are big rivals anyway, and the Vikings totally shocked the Lady Eagles in that opening conference win, and it took Central Methodist a while to recover, I think, from that loss, but Missouri Valley played a great game down there. But this Central team, very talented. They were picked to be one of the top teams in the conference at the beginning of the season, so certainly don't take them too lightly. They've got a good team.
All right, here are the starting lineups. First of all, for CMU, Burgundy Lewis. Burgundy is out of Leavenworth, Kansas, a 5'10" senior. Taylor Cornelius in the big gal, 6' junior out of Seymour, Missouri. Morgan Vetter, boy, she is a shooter. Morgan out of Salisbury, a 5'7" senior. We'll talk about her numbers as we go along. DeJohnny Hale is out of Anchorage, Alaska, redshirt freshman. Did not play the first time we saw this club. And Jesse Ellis out of Skagway, Alaska, a 5'8" senior. Of course, James Arnold does a great job as the head coach. Now the starting lineup for the MVC Vikings. Andressa Augusto, the 5'6" junior out of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Talia Earls out of Indianapolis, a 5'10" forward. She is a senior. Her teammate on that front line, also from Indianapolis, Kiana Horton, the 6' forward, wears number 35. Kelsey Griffin from Marshall, a 5'7" senior. And then, of course, DJ Jenkins. DJ out of Fresno, California, 5'4" senior. This is also Alumni Social Night, so a lot of alumni in attendance. It's Orange Crush Night. A lot of people dressed in orange. And they'll be giving away a lot of items to students. And, Joe, across the way, the Lady Vikings have some of the students have the pictures, the large pictures of their. Why don't they do that for us?
Well, I'm looking in the crowd.
I see Julia Vasquez.
You or I don't see anybody that looks like either one of us. But
I see Birdman has Julia Vasquez and a couple of other football players. Michael Barnes
Raina
has
Smith.
Raina.
Yeah.
All right, a few others.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Those pictures look good. I don't want my mug shot up any more than it has to be, quite honestly.
And welcome on live stream, also on Stretch Internet for our doubleheader tonight. Should be fun as we start the second go-round of the conference schedule. The Vikings in their home white with purple trim, and CMU in the dark green with a white trim. Eagles and the Vikings underway, and Talia Earls gets the tip, quickly gets it to DJ. Jenkins may have stepped out of bounds. Wasn't expecting the pass from Talia. Stepped out of bounds on the far side. Joe, the last time these teams played, Vikings won at 77-63, and they controlled the game from start to finish.
Yeah, they really did. Probably their best, either that game or the game last Saturday against Baker have to be one of the two best games of the year. Of course, they played well against Culver Stockton, too.
Here's a shot from the left side. No good. That one was taken. Shot taken by Jelani Hale, and the Vikings have it. High post. Work it to Horton. Give it out to Earls, back to Horton. She'll turn in the lane, rolls off the left side, and the rebound is pulled down by Jesse Ellis. Ellis quickly into the forecourt, works that right side. There's a dump pass underneath and a foul on Kelsey Griffin as she came over to try to help out on the pass that went inside to Corneliuson, and that's the first foul on Kelsey.
Yeah, pretty good job, and I know Central will try to get the ball into Corneliuson. She's a pretty good player down low, and so Vikes will have to have an answer for her. Last game they played, you mentioned Jessie Ellis. She had 21 points against us, so she's a girl we're going to have to stop.
Corneliuson knocks down the free throw. And CMU takes a 1-0 lead. Big crowd continuing to file in. I see the CMU men are here now, just got here. Second free throw is good, so the first couple of points belong to the Eagles. Vikes have it. Man-to-man defense being played by the Eagles. Augusto, the top of the key, starting to work the right side, gives it off to Earls, back to DJ, drives inside, almost walked with it, now gives it to Augusto, slicing in the lane, shot won't go, rebound Corneliuson. That one danced on the rim, but she couldn't get it to go down.
Good move, good cut by Augusto.
Here's an outside shot that's good by Morgan Vetter, and it's 5-0. Morgan Vetter, a sharpshooter, over 40% from beyond the arc, and she knocks that one down. It's quickly 5-0. And the Eagles doing to the Vikings what the Vikings did on their home floor, getting off to an early lead.
Vetter averaging almost 17 points a game. You've got to stop her.
Horton turns off to Earls. Talea tries a three. That's too strong. And the rebound, DJ goes to the floor for it. It'll be tied up, and the possession arrow belongs to the Eagles. Joe, I was looking at some numbers, and Morgan Vetter coming in 71 out of 172 threes, now 173. The Vikings leading three-point shooters, Talia Earls with 71.
You know, it's kind of unusual for the girls to play in front of this big a crowd, at least to start the game. Usually there are not that many people here when the game starts, so this will be a different setting.
Vetter launches again. She hits the deck, and Talia Earls able to get to that ball in the corner and then slap it off the leg of Jessie Ellis. Good hustle by Talia. Vikings will get the ball.
Checking in for the Eagles, Chelsea Paneer. She's one of the veterans on this team. She's been here a long time. I think she's from down in the southeast part of the state somewhere, I believe.
Yeah, Chelsea wears number 30, and she is from Cape Girardeau. Long list of Paneers, both on the men and women's side at CMU over the years. Kelsey Griffin working that right side. Vikes still looking for their first points. Kelsey drives baseline, puts it up with the left hand and it's foul. Boy, she just worked her way in and flipped it up with the left hand and will head to the free throw line.
That was one of those, I think I can draw contact fouls. I think Chelsea knew she was not going to hit that shot. She flipped it up with the left hand, but she could sense that she was going to be collided with, so nice move by her to earn 2 free throws.
So Chelsea at the line, trying to get the Vikes on the board. 17:46 to go. Free throw is good. Valley has scored. Joe, I think your point well taken. There's a big crowd here, and these gals not used to that, at least early in the game.
No,
a lot of activity up in the balcony with the alumni social and people walking all over the place.
Usually the crowd in a women's game picks up as the game goes on.
Big crowd here. Second free throw, no good, so it's 5-1. And here come the Eagles. Burgundy Lewis hands it off to Ellis. Ellis into the corner, reaching in, trying to slap it away. Was DJ, and then the Vikings are going to get it as DJ reached in, slapped it away, and as Ellis went back for the ball, she dribbled it out of bounds. No, now they're going to say that DJ knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, I thought that was a call, but we're just going to be real quiet and take the ball if we could.
I said, no, it's just she knocked it out of bounds. So DJ might have got away with a foul anyway. She reached in. So Ellis will inbound the ball to Vetter. Vetter wearing long sleeves, green long-sleeved tee underneath her jersey. Gives it out front to Lewis. Burgundy at the free throw line. Now to Ellis. Drives left side. Goes baseline. Corneliuson fires a pass out high for Paneer. Paneer. Free throw line. Jumper. Good with the left hand. Burgundy Lewis. And it's now 7-1.
Pretty good ball movement by Central Methodist that time to get the Lewis jump shot.
Nice pass from DJ to Augusto underneath. Reverse layup is good. Andressa averages 10.6, and it's 7-3.
That was a tough shot by Andressa. Had to come all the way under the bucket and flip it back underneath. Nice shot.
Now they get it into Corneliuson, and that was too easy. She got the low block, and she just laid it in as she beat Horton to the basket. 9-3. Griffin, top of the key. CMU off to a great start of this one. Long three by Jenkins, no good. One shot and you're out for the Vikings. Corneliuson with a rebound. Quickly ahead to Ellis. Ellis fires it underneath. And now they'll throw it in back court, and it'll be over and back as Paneer goes back to get it. But a bad pass from underneath by Lewis.
Now checking in for Central Methodist will be Taylor McDowell as she comes into the lineup for the first time for the Lady Eagles.
Out of the Kansas City area, Overland Park, Kansas. 9-3 Valley down by 6. Vikings will inbound right at midcourt. Off to a slow start offensively. Again, the crowd continuing to come in. We'll have a full house before this evening's over. DJ top of the key. Off to Augusto. Augusto tries to throw a pass inside. The ball was tipped by one of the Eagles. Corneliuson goes out of bounds. DJ will inbound right in front of the Eagle bench. Into Augusto. Augusto left side. Takes it in, kicks it back into the corner. Kelsey will drive to the basket, put it off the glass. He just can't get it to go over the lip of the rim. And a foul is going to be called on Talia Earls as she tried to take it away from Paneer.
Pretty good drive by Kelsey Griffin, but she had a good look from three-point land right then. Probably had her feet set, probably should have gone ahead and taken that shot, but can't fault her for driving in.
Here's Vetter, Morgan Vetter out of Salisbury, Missouri. Free throw line, drives to the basket, flip shot won't go. Rebound Horton. Horton takes it away. Vetter slapped to the basketball, can't get it. DJ fires a pass baseline. Augusto almost walked with it. Good body control, lobs it underneath to Horton. Horton, double, triple team, puts it up anyway, missed the shot. Earls with an offensive rebound, throws it out, saves it to Augusto. Good hustle. Now around to Griffin. She'll try a three. This one bangs off the heel of the rim, and the rebound, Ellis.
For the Vikes, only one basket so far. A little tight right now on the offensive end. We played 4.5 minutes.
A 6-point lead for the Eagles. They've got the basketball. Paneer right in front of us. Now Corneliuson comes out high for it. Handed off to Vetter. Vetter working against Griffin. Fires a pass underneath Corneliuson. Back out of the lane. They go to Ellis. Drives inside. Misses the shot. Rebound Horton. Horton off to DJ. DJ will push it across. We're at the 15-minute mark of the first half. DJ inside the lane. Now to Kiana. Outside the three-point line at the top of the key. They'll back away from her. Doesn't take the shot. Goes to Kelsey. Griffin starts to drive. She'll take it from the top of the key. Again, too strong. Rebound Ellis. Vikings are ice cold here early in this game. Ellis into the forecourt. Vikings stay in their man-to-man. Now the ball knocked away again by DJ Jenkins out of bounds. And coming in for CMU,
mass substitution.
Allison Hines will check in. Hale comes back into the contest. And let's see who else. Oh, number 42 came into the game as well. That's Nicole Spalding.
Yeah, both teams having trouble hitting the bucket right now.
The Eagles with the basketball, leading 9-3. There's the lob into Spalding. Blocked by Kiana Horton. Spalding gets it back, puts it up and in. Well, she's got her first shot blocked, stayed with it, and scored. She's 6'1" out of Pleasant Valley, New York. Here's the high post pass, goes into Kiana Horton, spins in the lane, travels.
Well, that's probably a break. They could have called an offensive foul on Kiana. She kind of shoved off with that rebound, or with that elbow trying to get position. But Vikes turn it over. Coach Tim Dixon wants a timeout. So 14:21 left to play in the first half. Central Methodist has led all the way thus far. They lead it right now, 11-3.
14:21 to go in the first half, and the Vikings need to find a way to get some offense. The standings going into tonight's play, Mid-America Nazarene and the Benedictine both 8-1. Culver 6-3. Then Valley and Baker both 5-4. CMU and Graceland and Evangel all 3-6. Avila 2-7, and Peru State is 2-7 on the year.
DJ Jenkins, Talea Earls, Andressa Augusto, Kelsey Griffin, and I'm trying to Kiana Wharton still on the floor for the Vikings.
No substitutions yet for Valley. As Johnny Hale into the forecourt, leaves it for Vetter. Vetter goes top of the key to Hines. Hines to McDowell, back to Vetter. Vikes staying a man-to-man. Vetter to Hines. Hines brings it out. 13 on the shot clock. 14 to go first half. Hines tries to get it inside. Ball tipped away. Hines goes to the floor to pick it up and travel.
Hey, we got a break there. I think Talea Earls bumped into her. No call, and it's a traveling violation. So good defense, Talea.
Good defense. Push her down. She'll travel, and we'll get the ball.
That's right. We'll take it.
We'll take that. Vikes need some offense. Down by 8. Earls off to Augusto. Augusto fires a pass out front for Griffins. Now the Vikes get it underneath, and they get it inside to Augusto. Flashing from the left side. Talea found her with a pass, and Augusto has 4. Both field
key
goals.
Rule of basketball, move without the ball, and that's exactly what Andressa Augusto did very well that time.
And now DJ bothers the ball handling of Hale, and she dribbles it out of bounds. Vikings get it off the turnover.
Yeah, you see the Vikings starting to get a little momentum as time goes on. Just need to start hitting a few shots right here.
Burgundy Lewis back into the ball game. It's a 6-point game. 13:30 to go in the half. Earls off to Kelsey Griffin. Griffin lobs it into Horton. Horton. Corneliuson has her. Kicks it out top of the key. DJ for a 3. Got it. DJ Jenkins hits the triple, and now a quick timeout taken by James Arnold. It's just like that. The Vikings are from 8 down to just within 3.
Well, it's good to see the Vikings hit an outside shot. DJ's 3, I think that's the first outside shot they've hit in the game, so it's nice to see that one fall. And girls seem to be getting a little bit more comfortable with the atmosphere right here. They made a nice comeback now to make this a 3-point game.
11-8 is our score. As Coach Arnold going to the bench again, and he's going to bring in Cassidy Cotton, a 5'8 freshman. She is out of Trenton, Missouri. Dance team's here. The cheerleaders are here tonight. And a lot of the students on this Thursday night. Orange Crush, they'll be giving away a lot of items to the students and drawings throughout the evening. So,
well, the Valley rivalry people used to talk about was Missouri Valley and William Jewell. Now it's Missouri Valley and Central Methodist. So this is a big rival game tonight.
Now the Eagles throw it away, an unforced turnover. Unforced turnovers. They tried to get the pass to Vetter. Cotton did and threw it right by her, and Cotton couldn't save it at midcourt.
And Coach James Arnold of Central Methodist really trying to scramble to find a combination that can get some rhythm on offense right now.
DJ to Paris Johnson, who checked in, drives down the middle. Her 7-footer just lays on the rim and rolls off. Boy, right in the middle of the lane, couldn't knock it down. Ellis against DJ. Fires it top of the key to Cotton. Now they'll lob it on the east side to Corneliuson, and she can't hang on. Good defense by Talia Earls on her.
Yeah, they tried to go over the top, and Talia got a little bit of a hand on it and tipped it off of Corneliuson's hand. So Vikings really, as they've done all season long, Ken, playing very good defense here to start this game.
Vikings give up, surprisingly to me, 73 points a game, because I think they play good defense most of the time. Here's Talia in the lane. Nowhere to go. Double team back out to Augusto. 17 on the clock. Augusto, that's the shot clock. Augusto, baseline. Got it. She has 6 points. And Theresa Augusto averages 10-6 a game. She already has 6. And the Vikes back within 1 as they've scored 7 straight. Pass inside, knocked away by Earls. They try to get it to Corneliuson, taken away by Kelsey Griffin. Griffin fires it ahead. Here's Paris Johnson driving it off the glass. Ladies lead. Paris Johnson with a bucket. And the Vikings are on quite a roll here. They're on a 9-0 run.
Instant offense puts the Vikings on top. That's what we call Paris.
She just flipped that one up. Here's Ellis will drive inside. Her shot, too strong. Rebound, Earls. Vikes have scored 9 straight. Here comes Paris Johnson, 2-on-1. Gets it to Kelsey Griffin. To pass too high, she can't hang on to it.
Yeah, Paris, nice idea. Maybe should have dribbled the ball just a little bit longer. It required the girl to come out and pick her up. Then she could have dumped it down to Kelsey, but you can't fault her. She was trying to hit the open girl, and DJ Jenkins comes out, and Raina Smith comes into the Viking lineup.
Vikes on a 9-0 run to gain the lead for the first time tonight. 12-11, 11:54 to go.
How about the start for Andressa Augusto? 6 early points, and she's moving all over the place right now.
She's a pretty good player. Mia Stone into the lineup. As you said, Coach Arnold continues to bring in people looking for any combination. Here's a pass into the corner to Paneer. Paneer fires it underneath. Ball knocked away, but goes right to Stone. Stone cut off by Raina Smith, who's checked into the lineup. Stone back to the free throw line. Here's a 3 on the way. That's going to be off the front of the iron. Rebound Corneliuson on the long rebound. Gives it back to Paneer. Paneer hands it to Cotton. Back out front to Stone. Stone around a screen. Gets by Augusto. Flips it up. No good. Rebound Paris Johnson. 1-on-3. Here comes Paris. She's taking this one all the way to the rack. Off the glass. No good. And the rebound, Corneliuson. Probably should have held that one.
Yeah, a little bit too fast that time.
But now she knocks it away, and Raina Smith with a steal. 3-on-1. Raina takes it down the middle off to Paris Johnson. Boy, she almost lost it on the baseline.
But Paris says, I'm good, I'm good.
Yeah, the Vikes got it. Did not get to capitalize on the 3-on-1 break. Now Griffin will drive inside. She's going to be fouled.
You know, I think one thing you talk about the Viking defense, when was the last time Central Methodist got an open shot?
Yeah.
I mean, everything they've taken has been highly contested, and the Vikes really doing a good job staying with their person and helping out on defense.
Taylor McDowell comes in, and Julia Vasquez in for the first time. Talked to Julia today at the Malcolm Center. She said her family members watch and listen, so glad to have you with us. Here's Raina Smith, gets the inbounds pass, and she's fouled.
Nice inside cut that time by Raina. She got inside of the defender and flipped it up with the left hand and draws the 2-shot foul.
The foul is on Lewis. That's her first. Second team foul.
I see Valley's Darlene Arnett going over coaching strategies with Coach Jeff Sherman of Central Methodist over on the far side over there.
Free throw is up and no good with all these students in here and all the alumni. Darlene is in complete heaven tonight.
Yes,
she won't be standing still for 5 seconds.
She's a great lady. And she's telling Coach Sherman how to run that man-to-man defense right now.
Oh, and Raina Smith misses both free throws. That doesn't happen very often. So the Vikes are not taking opportunities the last couple of possessions. Here's Paneer. Works it down low. Here's the turnaround off the glass and a foul on Johnson as they just took it to Burgundy Lewis and posted up down low on Paris Johnson. And Johnson picks up the foul.
Okay.
Burgundy will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, good square up that time. Lewis has a little bit of a height advantage on Paris and went over the top that time to draw the two-shot foul.
First free throw is off the front of the rim, no good. So they're 2 out of 3 from the line. Coach Sherman will go back to the locker room and say, guys, we're changing the game plan.
That's right.
Darlene said, here's what we're going to do tonight, and by golly, we're going to do it.
I've heard it from the master.
Here's the next one by Lewis. It's good. We're tied. That breaks a 9-0 Viking run. Quick pass ahead to Vasquez. Now to Raina Smith. Raina will drive the baseline all the way and gets it in the corner. Now she can't, Earls can't come up with a pass taken by Corneliuson. The Eagles give it to Vetter for 3. Got it. Boy, you better stay on her. She's knocked down a couple of them now. Just like that, it's a 3-point lead for CMU with 10-10 to go in the first half.
Vetter averages 16.3 points a game from Salisbury. She can light it up.
Pass in the middle of Vasquez. Vasquez will drive through traffic off the glass. Too strong. Rebound. Fought for underneath. Last touch by whom? Last touch by Talea Earls.
Yeah, it seems like a game of runs so far. The Vikings had a nice run now, down by a couple of points. Central Methodist has gotten off the deck and come back to lead by 3.
Brianna Walker, the 5'9 junior, checks in for CMU, and Kiana Horton back in, and Talea will leave, but Talea has not scored. Horton hadn't scored. Griffin has 1 point, and Jenkins has 3. As far as the starters are concerned, Vetter goes to the high post. Ball taken away by Griffin. She just kind of handed it to her. And here comes Kelsey down the middle. Strong move, baseline to Augusto, and she dribbled it off of her knee out of bounds. Or did she? It was knocked away. It'll still be Viking ball.
They're going to say somebody, I guess, on Central Methodist touched that one.
We kind of like to see Kelsey just go straight to the basket.
Yeah, she had a good lane down the middle that time.
Vasquez will inbound. Vikes down by 3, 15-12. Into the corner to Raina Smith. Raina goes into Horton. Kiana backs her way in the lane, turns with that right hand, and there she goes. She got that one to go. And it's she goes to the left and shoots with the right hand, 15-14.
Like
Vikes
the way she
1.
takes the ball aggressively to the basket.
I don't think Corneliuson, she's quicker than Corneliuson in there. Vetter works the right side, lobs it Corneliuson baseline. And she tries to throw a pass into the corner. Now it's taken away by Raina Smith. Raina anticipated the pass. She'll take it late to the court. Layup, missed it with the right hand. Tried to go up on the right side with the right hand and just short-armed it. Hit the bottom of the rim.
Yeah, you like to see her use that right hand, but didn't go in.
Misses the long 3. Vasquez with the rebound, and here we go. Vasquez into the forecourt, off to Raina Smith, stops. Raina off to Kelsey. Griffin fakes the 3. Gives it off to Augusto. Augusto, long 3. No, rims in and out. Rebound, foul on whom?
No foul, just out of bounds off Kiana Horton.
Well, Horton knocked it out. Back and forth we go. DJ Jenkins will come back in now. 8:51 to go in the half, 15-14. Valley trailing by 1.
Oh, they did call. I guess they did call a foul. They
yeah.
just called it out of bounds, but they did whistle a foul. So, yeah, Kiana gets her first.
So Vetter will walk it up. 1-point game. Vetter into the forecourt. Takes it right side all the way to the basket. Her floater from the baseline rolls off. It would have counted had it gone in. The foul is on Vasquez. No one really stopped Vetter. She just kept going that right side. Got to the baseline, flipped it up, and she'll shoot a couple.
That's team foul number 5 on the Vikings. The Eagles have only 3.
And Vetter hits the first free throw. She's a good scorer. Senior. Take a look at her numbers. I mentioned 41% from the beyond the arc, 87% free throw shooter. And she knocked them both down.
Not the person to foul, more than likely.
17-14. Valley trailing by 3 after they did regain the lead. Vasquez top of the key. Tries to get it to Horton. Ball is tipped and taken away by Spalding. Spalding hands it back to Vetter. Vetter lobs it down low to Spalding. Might have gotten away with a walk. Pannier for 3, top of the key, no good. Rebound Kelsey Griffin. Griffin will hustle down court. Weaves away through the green jerseys into the corner. Here's a 3, and it's good by DJ, her second triple of the game, and we're tied at 17.
You know, DJ has improved so much as an outside shooter. Much better touch than she had early in the year and certainly last year.
Yeah, it's not a surprise when she knocks one of those down. Gets a low block. Good defense by Horton. Shot long by Spalding. Vikings now can regain the lead. 7:49 to go. Kelsey Griffin starts to drive right side. Back to Horton. 15-footer. Tried to bank it in. Wouldn't go. Pannier with a rebound. Off to Vetter. Back to Pannier. 7:38 to go. Into Spalding. Low block. Back out to Pannier. Now to Spalding. Loses the ball. DJ dives for it. Can't get it. Panier's open for a three. Missed it. And the rebound pulled down by the Eagles. Taylor McDowell. She'll bring it back out. Fresh 30 on the clock. Talia Earls will come back in at the next opportunity. Here's another three. This one rattles home for Taylor McDowell. Got a good screen from Cornelius, and it's 20-17.
You know, Talia Earls has not scored in the game. We need to get her going in the offense. Only 7 points against Baker last Saturday.
Yep. She's a big part of it. 20-17. High post goes to Horton. Horton turns, looks, nowhere to go. Now to Raina Smith. Under 7 minutes to go. Vasquez drives in, gets it to Horton. Little jump hook, missed it. Missed about a 3-footer. Boy, the Vikes have missed several shots from point blank range. Now Vetter will drive right side. Goes baseline, Corneliuson. Cut off, back to Vetter. Vetter at the elbow, right side, back underneath Corneliuson. Fade away, turn, fouled by Horton.
Yeah, that time Corneliuson goes right at Wharton and it got a piece of the arm on the shot, so that's going to put Taylor Corneliuson. She's a junior out of Seymour, Missouri. I don't think I've ever been to Seymour.
I don't believe I have either.
Couldn't tell you where it is. I've heard of it, but don't know where it is. Don't know anybody that lives there, I don't think.
Mary Rose Gonzalez out of Slater plays for the CMU team, and she's ready to come into the game. In fact, she's coming in. She's waiting on the shooters. The first free throw by Corneliuson is no good. Her sister went to school here, so did her mom and dad.
Rachel Gonzalez, their sister, and then her dad, Bob Gonzalez, the longtime head coach and AD down at Slater, and her mom, Debbie Gonzalez. She's I think Bob's assistant coach, and I had her in class when I taught down there.
Corneliuson hits the second free throw, so it's 21-17, and here is Mary Rose Gonzalez into the game. I look through the crowd. I don't see her parents, but they may be here watching tonight. Unless they have a game. They may have a game tonight.
Could have. Sure. Yeah, Thursday night. Could very well have.
Augusto out front to Griffin. Swing it around to Earls. Baseline Augusto. Augusto. Good catch now. Starts to penetrate. Left side. Goes under the basket. Back to Griffin. Kelsey's open. High arching three is good. Nice job by Augusto to draw the defense to Griffin for the triple. 21-20. Vikes within one now. Vetter top of the key. These are two evenly matched teams, and it's showing that Vetter with a long three won't go. Over the back, and grabbing that rebound was Lewis. Back out into the corner. Pannier will try a three. Missed it. Rebound home. Pannier chased it down at the free throw line. Now to Gonzalez.
Burgundy Lewis doing a good job on the offensive boards for Central right now.
She gets in the lane. Her short shot is good. They had 3 cracks at it, and Lewis, who got the 2 offensive rebounds, finally got the bucket. 23-20, 5:33 to go. Griffin into Alicia Winston. Her shot no good. Alicia gets her own rebound, puts it up, and she's fouled.
Nice job, Alicia.
Oh, they're going to call that a
jump
wow.
Ball. Oh, she got hammered, I think.
It will be Viking possession.
Yeah, Alicia really pounded the offensive boards, and we're saying Alicia, right?
Yeah, it's a good story. When we get a minute, I'll tell you about it. The Vikings will have the ball. They call it a tie ball. So DJ will inbound it. And looks and finds Augusto. Augusto goes baseline. Double team. Puts up the shot, and she was fouled. Boy, nice move. She looked to throw it out to Griffin. The defenders went that way, and then she just put up the shot and was fouled.
Yeah, good move. Augusto off to a good start. 6 points. Really got the Vikings going in the early going, and she's got a chance to knock 2 down here with 5 minutes, 20 seconds left to play in the first half.
Alicia Winston from St. Louis, Joe. We were in class the other day and we were talking phonetic spelling. I said, you have to get names right. She said, like you get mine wrong all the time? Alicia? And I said, you didn't tell me. She says, it's Alicia. So I said, okay, good example. We'll get it right.
Wait a minute. I'm teaching this class. Yeah. I'm supposed to set the
So I said, how do you phonetically spell my last name?
That's
so
right.
Anyway, good 2 free throws.
Didn't have a clue, did you?
No, by Augusto. She said, I call you Ken, and that name's right. So Alicia Winston.
We're sorry, Alicia.
23-22, top of the key. Another 3 on the way, no good, but another offensive rebound by Pannier. Now Corneliuson Gives it out to Vetter. Vetter fires it underneath Corneliuson. Good ball movement, top of the key, right back to her. She wheels on Winston, and Winston fouled.
To Corneliuson, it looks more aggressive on offense than I remember her the last time we played. She's taking that ball to the hole, and she stands 6 feet, so she's got pretty good size in there. So she'll be on the line. That foul is going to come up on Alicia, and this time Corneliuson will have 2 shots.
Corneliuson, first one on the way, short it, no good. She is 1 out of 3, or rather she's 3 out of 5 now from the line.
Jessie Ellis has been quiet so far. As I said, she had 21 in that last meeting between the 2 teams.
Corneliuson gets the second, 2-point lead, 24-22, 4:55 to go in this first half. We'll have the men's game after this one, a good doubleheader, and it's on the road to Graceland on Saturday. Earls outside shot won't go. Griffin with an offensive rebound. Oh, put it back up, Kelsey. She went right underneath the basket. Now she drives back in, gives it off to Earls, and they're going to call that a travel. Wow. Does she still have both arms?
Yeah, I don't think so. Somebody had, had her in what they call an elbow lock. Nowhere to go that time.
Whoa, but it was called a travel. So here's Ellis. Kelsey Griffin had a wide open ledge. She'd taken it.
Yeah, she should have shot that. Had a good angle off the baseline and everything.
Corneliuson off to Pannier. Now they drive baseline. Lewis pushes off with the arm. They go top of the key for 3. Won't go. Winston with a rebound, and over the back, I believe, is Burgundy Lewis.
They called on Corneliuson. Yeah, I think they could have called that on either girl.
And that is the 15 foul, so the Vikings will inbound down by 2, 24-22, 4:17 to go in the first half. It's Alumni Night and also Orange Crush.
Good game so far. Neither team is shooting exceptionally well, but it's been close all the way.
Ovid comes to Augusto. Augusto down to Earls. Earls starts to drive baseline. She takes Lewis to the baseline. Underneath to Alicia. Puts up the shot. Can't get it to go, but it's fouled.
Nice job by Talea Earls that time. Talea drove the baseline with the left hand, found Alicia in the middle of the lane, scooped it to her, and she draws the 2-shot foul, and that one's going to come up on Corneliuson as she gets her second foul in the last 30 seconds.
Let's see if Miss Winston can knock these down. Got the first one.
Alicia is a girl we've seen get better and better each week. Really plays pretty well on the inside and does a good job of getting position.
She was on a radio show on one of her classes the other day, and the other students were calling her AC.
AC?
Or AW, I mean.
AW. That's good root beer.
They said A&W.
A&W.
So we can call her that once in a while, too. Alicia, good student. Fires this one up. It won't go. But the Vikes back within 1. Alicia has 1 point. And now here is a double dribble on Lewis, trying to go too quickly up the left side right in front of us. Valley can come back and take the lead, 24-23. And Joe, what I like about this, we're within 1 point, and we have not even come close to playing as well as the team.
No, we have not shot the ball very well at all here in the first half, so maybe things will pick up at halftime.
Vikes have it. DJ around a screen, takes it strong underneath, goes to Augusto. Augusto lobs it underneath to Winston. Winston turns to the lane. That a girl, and she scores, and the Vikes are up 25-24. Good, strong move by Alicia Winston.
Did you teach her that move in your class?
No, but that's a good move. We'll talk about it in the morning in class. That was a good one. Here's Lewis, or rather going behind the back of the dribble is Ellis. Now to Lewis, back to Ellis in the corner. Vikes staying a man-to-man. Ellis stops the dribble to Vetter. Lost it, picks it back up. Lob it down low to Lewis. Loses the ball. Picked up by Vetter. She'll fire a 3. Won't go. Ball loose on the floor. This should be a jump ball, and the Vikings should have this possession, I think. Nope, it's going to be CMU.
First down, Central Methodist. A lot of bodies on the floor that time. Good hustle all the way around and checking back into the Central lineup, Allison Hines.
Good crowd gathering in the balcony behind us for the
Coach Tom Hebb thinks it should be the Viking ball with the
well, you know what? I thought it was too. Ellis gets it in. I thought it was too, Joe.
Sometimes they
down at the other end, remember, they had the little scrum and they gave it to CMU.
Sometimes they forget to flip the arrow.
Yep. And I think, that's on the scorer's table there. Lewis underneath tries to knock away by Winston. Vetter picks it up. Gets it back out. Augusto knocks it off the leg of Lewis. What a hustle play by Andressa Augusto. She got to that ball, was going to go out of bounds right in front of us, and flipped it off the right thigh of Lewis. Viking ball.
I thought Augusto and Burgundy Lewis were coming into our lap.
Look out, girls. They were getting close.
You grab one, I'll grab the other, I guess.
Vikes go get the ball back. Now they get the possession arrow, so I guess that was a good thing they didn't call it. Here's Talea, drives right side, through traffic, scores, it is foul.
Oh, offensive foul, an offensive foul.
Oh, my.
Offensive foul on Talea, wow. Oh, I didn't see that, but
Joe, I'm watching on a replay on live stream. There was nobody set on that play. Talea gets the foul, her second.
Second foul. Boy, a nice play. Was a chance for a three-point play because Talea hit the bucket, but they're going to say, she shoved off on the drive. I'm not sure.
Wow. As you look at the replay, she moved away from the defender. Well, got called for that 25-24 CMU, but there was no way that was a charge. But that's what it was called. Here's Ellis, top of the key. Works it down low to Corneliuson. Kick it back out front. Drive off to Lewis. Lewis to Ellis. Ellis. And now a foul away from the ball, and this is going to be on whom?
That's not Talea. That's on
DJ
Jenkins, yeah. I thought she was pointing at Talea for a minute. I thought, we don't need her to pick up her third foul.
So it is a 1-and-1 as that's the 19th foul. So Ellis will go to the free throw line. Has not scored in this game yet.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising that Jessie Ellis has been held scoreless. She averages in double figures.
Yeah, this team shoots 76% from the line. Her free throw is good, and why not? She's about an 89% free throw shooter.
I knew when we said she hadn't scored that she'd drain that free throw, and it was nothing but net.
Boy, they have some good free throw shooters on this team. Just looking at hers, almost 90%, 87%.
I've got them at 8 out of 10 in the first half.
Well, that's about their average, and boy, they knock them down. So now they take the lead as Ellis gets to 26-25. Reyna will try on the baseline. That is long. Rebound. Winston tips it. Reyna keeps it alive in the corner. Good hustle. She'll drive right back underneath the basket. Give it off to Griffin. Griffin drives inside, and now she is going to be fouled, and this foul is going to be called on Allison Hines on the drive. So Kelsey will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Yeah, nice take by Kelsey. Took the ball with the left hand right down the middle, then flipped it up with the right hand. They're going to say, I think they got her on the shot. That should be a two-shot foul, but we'll see. Foul comes up on Hines.
Give her a 1-and-1.
Are they 1-and-1? I thought she released the ball, but I guess not.
Let's see if she can knock him down. First one good.
Didn't make any difference, did it?
Nope, she knocked it down. She's 1 out of 2 from the line and now has 5 points. And we're tied at 26. The half, we'll talk about the other games in the conference.
Baker in Mid-America, I think, tonight. That should be a big one.
Yep. Here's the second one by Kelsey. Rimmed in and out. Corneliuson gets the rebound, so we've played 18-plus minutes, and we're tied, 26-all. At the top of the key, it's Hines. Hines, high post, now into Corneliuson. Kick it back into the corner, right back to her. Turns, good job by Winston defensively, and now a push, I guess, away from the ball on Winston.
Yeah, I don't know. Alicia must have shoved Corneliuson in the back, and that should put Corneliuson on the line for, that'll be 2 shots. That's team foul number 10 on the Vikings.
But Corneliuson, a good free throw shooter. She's 4 out of 6 tonight, but well above that 70% range from the line. Her first one is good. And she has 7 points to lead all scorers at this point in the proceedings.
She shot 8 free throws already, hit 6 of them.
And she knocks those down. This is a good free throw shooting team. She hits them both. So the Vikes down by 2, 28-26. Augusto out to Kelsey Griffin for 3. That's going to be long. And Winston tries to save it. Does, but she saves it right to Paneer. Paneer quickly to Vetter. Nice pass underneath Corneliuson. Skip it back for a 3 on the way. Won't go. Rebound Augusto. Andresi in there for the offensive or for the defensive rebound. She'll start to drive to the right side. Now works it into Winston. High off the glass, won't go. Reyna Smith can't come down with a rebound.
That was a big drop step by Alicia Winston that time.
So here come the Eagles with a 2-point lead on the basketball. Vetter out front. Will slow things down. 47 seconds to go in the half. They'll take them time. 7 on the shot clock. Vikes will have one more possession. Here's Ellis. Drives right side. Fade away. Baseline. Oh, nice shot. She nailed it. 4-point lead. 30 seconds to go. So about a half a second difference between the play clock and the game clock. Vikes are down 30-26. They may be working for the last shot of the half here. Down to 14. Down to 13. As DJ Jenkins going one-on-one. 10. Drives left side. Puts it up and was fouled. Well, DJ said, clear out. I'm coming through. And still 7 seconds on the clock, so still has a little bit of time with which to work.
I like the way she explodes. She was going about half speed down that middle and all of a sudden planted that right foot and just exploded toward the basket. She'll have 2 free throws. That foul comes up on Jessie Ellis. That's her first.
First free throw, no good for DJ. And the Vikings have them 4-5 out of about 10, about 50%.
Yeah, it's not been a good shooting first half for the Vikings. All the way around, really.
Paris Johnson will come in. Let's see if they can knock these down. Second free throw is good. So 7 first half points for DJ. 30-27, CMU with the lead. Good job by Alicia Winston as she'll check out, and Gusto comes out as well.
You know, Central Methodist should get the last shot of the first half. We're under 10 seconds.
Yeah, they've got 7 seconds left, so they've got time. Here's Ellis. The Vikings double team her. Taken away by Raina Smith. She throws one up at the buzzer. It would not have counted, but the Eagles do not get the final shot of the half. 30-27. The Eagles with the lead, Joe. And again, as I said, you don't feel bad for the Vikings if you're a Viking fan, because they just did not play as well as they can, and down by only 3.
Well, I don't think the shooting numbers are going to be really kind to either team. Central Methodist did not light it up either. So both teams, I think it's just going to depend on which team can get into that offensive rebound rhythm for the second half. And both teams really playing pretty good defense right now. So, you know, the Vikings have been a pretty good second half team all year. So let's hope that trend continues.
Yeah, for the Vikings, unofficially, Andressa Augusto has 8 points, and I believe she's leading the way. DJ Jenkins has 7. We will wait for the official score. We'll wait for the official scores there. Let's take a look at the other games that are going on tonight, and there are some big ones. Mid-America Nazarene is at Graceland tonight. They're both, let's see, Mid-America is 8-1. And Graceland is 3-6. That game will be in Lamoni tonight.
I was thinking Mid-America played Baker the first game, but I guess they don't. Maybe they play this Saturday. I knew they played each other early in the round.
See, it'll be that's Culver in Mid-America, unless I have them wrong on my schedule.
No, you probably don't.
But Benedictine is at Peru tonight, and let's see, Benny. They are 8-1 as well, and they go to Peru, where Peru is at the bottom at 2-7. So there's some big games. We'll just check the officials' website. Who knows? I could have written these down wrong.
No, I'm sure you're right. I was thinking those two played early in the year. I'm sure you're right.
Benedictine is at Peru. Graceland. Well, you know, I think you are. Let me just, you're right. It is Mid-America at Baker tonight. Yeah, it is Mid-America at Baker.
The last 2 years they've played the first game of each round, I know.
Yeah, they've got it here. So that is a big game. That is at Baker tonight. Baker, though, 5-4, but they could knock off Mid-America, so we'll see about that game. Benedictine is at Peru tonight. Graceland is at Culver. And Culver, one of those teams ahead of the Vikings, they are 6-3. So they got a home game tonight. CMU is here. Evangel is at Avila. That's another big game of a couple of teams behind the Vikings. And then, as I mentioned, Mid-America will be at Baker tonight. So those are some big games, Joe. And again, we start the second half. It's hard to believe we're already the second time around.
Well, you remember this is the time last year. Mid-America had a 1-game lead over Baker at the end of the first round. They played in Olathe. Baker upset Mid-America. Then Mid-America turned around the next Saturday or Monday very quickly and went to Culver and got beat. So all of a sudden they go from a game up, unbeatable, a game behind Baker. So
that's kind of the way it is with the men, too, as Evangel was really cruising. Had they won at Benedictine last Saturday, they would have had a big lead, but Benedictine knocked them off. So there's a lot happening. The Vikings are in third on the men's side all by themselves. So that's a big one, too.
Benedictine has won 9 games in a row. They're on a roll right now. They have an overall. They're 7-2. They're in second place, a game behind Evangel on the men's side in the conference standings, but they're 18-3 overall with a 9-game winning streak.
All right, how about unofficially? While we wait for the official stats, how about the unofficial scoring there?
Well, for the Vikings, I've got Andressa Augusto. She leads the way with 8. I've got DJ Jenkins with 7. 5 points in the first half for Kelsey Griffin, 3 points for Alicia Winston, and then 2 points each for Raina Smith and Kiana Wharton to round out the scoring. For Central Methodist, nobody in double figures. 8 points apiece for Morgan Vetter, including 2 threes. 8 points also for the big girl, Taylor Cornelison. 5 points in the first half for Burgundy Lewis. 4 points, Jessie Ellis. She got all 4 of those late in the half. And then 3 points for Taylor McDowell. And then 1 basket inside for Nicole Spalding. But I think, Ken, you look at the Vikings, 2 points for Kiana Wharton, no points for Talia Earls. And that's the 2 big girls pretty well held in check in the first half by this Central defense.
And, again, the Vikings only down by 3, 30-27 with all that going on as well. So hopefully as the Vikes get ready for the second half and the coaches heading into the locker room, they'll work on that and get that ball to Talia. But when you play the Vikings, every coach is going to say, don't let Talia Earls beat us. And so far they've done a pretty good job on her.
They've done a good job. And as I say, both teams playing very good defense. And I think the team that can hit that offensive stride here in the second half is going to pull this one out. Look at that. Yeah, neither TC. Central Methodist shoots 30.8%. The Vikings shoot 31%. So neither team shooting the ball very well in the first half.
The difference is at the free throw line where the Eagles so far in the contest are 11 out of 14. Is that right? Yeah, 11 out of 14. The Vikings just 6 out of 12. So that's your difference. Rebounding, 26. Yeah, that's another big edge. 26-16.
Yeah.
A 10 rebound edge. And 7 of those are offensive rebounds for CMU.
Yeah, CMU's done a very good job pounding that offensive board, and I'm sure that's something Coach Tim Dixon, Coach Tom Hebb will talk about at halftime, is put a body on those girls when a shot goes up. But, you got to feel good to shoot less than 30, shoot right at 31% and only be down by 3 points.
They're playing some musical chairs over here for some prizes. We want to get involved?
I'd like to.
I know where I'd end up. I'd end up on that floor.
That looks like a cakewalk. I've never been very good on cakewalk.
That's right, cakewalk or musical chairs.
Yeah, whatever.
I think there's 1 chair left as 1 young man and 1 young lady, and you got to keep moving, boy. When the music stops, we'll see who gets it.
Who's going to walk away with the big screen TV here?
I don't know. They've got that, so it's going to be interesting to see. A lot of prizes to give away tonight. A big crowd. It's alumni night. That's also Orange Crush. A lot of the folks dressed in orange, and it's going to be a fun night. A game and a half of basketball left to go. We'll be back with more in a moment.
Today, my new dad threw a barbecue.
Today, my new son and I threw a barbecue.
There were burgers and chicken.
I burnt everything. The burgers, the chicken, the salad.
They were delicious.
They were awful.
And then we had watermelon.
I'm allergic to watermelon.
And then we played catch.
I broke Mr. Lewis's window, Mrs. Wakeham's window, Mrs. Wakeham's windshield, and then somehow my hand. My hand!
And then my dad even let me drive his car.
The hospital's on the right! It was a rough day.
It was a great day.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are. For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. Every child deserves to have access to books because children who grow up with books invariably do better in life than children who do not. How do I choose a book? Is it the cover? Yes, I guess, sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual, so it's a combination of those two. The first book I remember was Captain's Courageous. When I finished that book, I had become so involved with these characters. So here's the thing. If a book's really, really impressing and the writing is really, really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is. Because the endings of books, if it's really, really well done, that ending, that last thought should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
We are back, and
I'm
both
LeVar
teams
Burton,
are out
and I'm proud to be
warming up right now. The men's teams, it should be a good game. Joe, you remember the men's game the last time they played? Valley jumped out to that huge lead, and CMU in the second half came back. In fact, had a chance to tie the game. But Cody Anderson missed a three as time expired, and the Vikings won it 69-66.
Yeah, in that game, the Vikings led at halftime 46-27. And like you said, held on for that 69-66 win. So a couple of veteran coaches there. You got Jeff Sherman of Central Methodist and Chad Lance of the Vikings. Both of those guys have been around the block several times and both do a very good job. So this will be a great game. The crowd really starting to pick up here, and you just kind of feel the enthusiasm, the energy in the house tonight.
Yeah, it's Orange Crush night, giving away a lot of items for students, the alumni social tonight. So a lot happening on campus, and it is a nice night for all of this to take place. We'll keep you updated on the other scores as well. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll be just about ready for the second half.
Can you tell if the surfaces in this kitchen are crawling with bacteria that could cause chronic arthritis? Listen. Can't, can you? You can't see it either. Wash surfaces, utensils, and hands frequently with soapy water while preparing food, especially when handling raw meats or eggs. Raw food may contain bacteria that can make you very sick, or worse. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year, and roughly 3,000 will die. But you can keep your family safer by cleaning with soap and water as you go. Learn more about this and other important information. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. That's foodsafety.gov. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Confessions of a Potentially Perfect Parent, brought to you by AdoptUsKids.org.
I might look like an adult, like a person who could possibly be a parent, but I have no idea how to talk like one. And everyone knows that if you want to be a parent, you have to sound good when you say things like, "Don't make me turn this car around," or "Because I said so," or "Don't make me come back there." I don't even really know what those things mean, but I know that I actually believed my parents when they said them to me. How did they manage to sound so convincing? Here we go. "Don't make me come back there." Ugh, that's not tough enough at all. Kids can sense weakness. "Don't make me come back there." Ooh, yeah, that's better. In fact, that kind of sounded like my dad. Weird.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to listen to you practice your dad voice. Call 1-888-200-4005 or visit AdoptUsKids.org for more information. This message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt Us Kids, and the Ad Council.
30-27 is our score as the Eagles lead it at the half. A reminder, on Saturday we'll be on the road in Lamoni, Iowa, 2 and 4 o'clock games on stretch. We won't be on the live stream. We'll have on stretch for you as Valley takes on the Graceland Yellow Jackets, both Valley teams, 2 and 4 o'clock. Also on Saturday, men's wrestling, the Missouri Valley Open, right here at the Burns Center. Always a top wrestling tournament, NAIA wrestlers. There'll be some NCAA wrestlers here as well. So if you're in the area, you can listen to us from Lamoni and come out here and watch some wrestling. They'll have 8 or 9 mats out here. That's quite an event.
Had Mike Mockles on our Sports of All Sorts show the other night. We were talking about that. And of course, the Vikings always nationally ranked in wrestling. They've got a great program here. Mike has some good wrestlers this year. Should make a lot of noise in the national tournament. And, you know, we'll be up in Lamoni. We'll probably leave here Saturday morning. The sun will be shining. Yeah. And then we'll get up there and it'll be snow on the ground or a blizzard, or we've done that before.
There's possibility of snow this weekend. I know. So if there is, it'll certainly be in Lamoni, Iowa. While we have a minute here as well, I want to mention, and we're playing CMU, a good time to talk about this, is that a good friend of mine, Larry Anderson, who coached at CMU coached football at CMU for quite a few years. Larry also was the athletic director at CMU in the admissions department, now retired. But Larry Anderson was named as a member of the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame and was inducted last weekend. And Larry even helped me do a few football games when I was working in radio. So Larry Anderson, longtime CMU coach, into the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. And I told him the other night I was the reason he got there. So he argued that a little bit, but for you CMU people, if you see Larry, tell him congratulations for me.
So under his inscription, there ought to be an asterisk with a footnote. Your name ought to be mentioned, right?
But really, he is a great guy. And
did he spend most of his career at Central Methodist?
Yep.
I remember that name for a long time.
He may even have played
down there.
I'm not sure if he played there or not, but Larry was a good coach and good athletic director. And he still lives in Fayette. See him once in a while when he comes to his grandson's ball games, but pretty excited to get, when you get named in the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame, there are pretty important people in there.
Well, I tell you, folks, if you ever want to see a nice athletic sports display, go down. It's just on the, it's on the kind of the southeastern edge of Springfield out there, and it's a nice place. A lot of famous people in there. I think Billy Butler was initiated into the Hall of Fame, I believe, and a good friend of mine, Coach Gil Rector. I coached with Gil, or I was the principal when he was the coach at Lexington High School. He was inducted in there a few years ago. We went down to that. So, yeah, it's a real neat place.
And I don't think he is, but I know Dennis Humphrey, President Bonnie Humphrey's husband, and his undefeated state championship team was inducted into that. They always do the undefeated state champions, and Dennis had one at Salisbury. They went 30-0 or 32-0 and won a state title.
Dennis was a pretty good coach,
real good.
Yeah, pretty good coach.
And that team, he had a gal that went to Oklahoma State off that team. A gal went to Missouri, so that was a pretty good Class 2 or Class 1 basketball team back then.
You know, the thing that hurts, though, it sure would have been nice if Ezekiel Elliott, that running back from Ohio State, the MVP in the national championship game, he's from Missouri.
Yep.
Played at John Burroughs High School. In fact, played in that state championship game against the Richmond Spartans about 3 years ago. So, and I think his mom went to MU, but somehow he wound up a Buckeye and really has made the most of that opportunity.
His dad went to MU, and his dad was the college roommate of Lance Knoll, young man from Moberly who played linebacker for the Tigers. They were roommates.
I remember
and
Lance.
He said his kid was just always been an Ohio State Buckeye fan and said, I'm going to Ohio State. And I guess from his point of view, pretty good choice.
Good runner, but he had a great offensive line. That offensive line of Ohio State looked fantastic in that national championship game, and they said those guys really grew and got better as the year went on.
All right, we're ready for the second half. Vikings will have it, trailing by 3.
All right, Vikes get the ball to start the half. DJ spins down the lane with the left hand, tried to get it into Kiana Wharton, almost threw it away. Now Talea Earls runs it down in the corner into Augusto. Now ball loose on the floor and diving for it. Coming up, a nice save that time by DeJohnny Hale. And the Central Methodist gets it back, leading by 3, just underway here in the second half.
Well, the Vikes would like to have that starting possession over. There was not much
pretty helter-skelter, wasn't it? All right, Vetter gets it into Ellis. Ellis, a runner in the lane, got it. So Jesse Ellis, I think she scored the last 6 Central Methodist points as they extend the lead back to 5 points here. Central net man. Now the ball knocked away, now taken away by Burgundy Lewis. So the Vikes had turned it away, turned it over both times down the floor here to start the second half. 32-27, Central Methodist leads. We played a minute here in the second half. Vetter outside, guarded by DJ. Now backs it out between the circles, hands outside to Hale. DeJohnny, high post now to Cornelius, and down to 8 on the shot clock. Lewis into the corner to Hale, gets a return pass, and they're going to call traveling as Burgundy Lewis took the pass from DeJohnny Hale, but shuffled those both feet heading down into the paint.
Yeah, and I think the Vikings wanted to travel a little earlier on that, but they did get it on that possession. Let's see if the Vikes go to work. They turned it over the first 2 times they've had it here in the second half.
DJ Jenkins, Talea Earls, Kelsey Griffin, Kiana Wharton, and Andressa Augusto, and now they get the ball into Kiana. Kiana turns and puts it in. That's only her 4th point of the game, but a nice strong post move by Kiana to bring the Vikings back within 3.
Get her the ball again.
Man-to-man by the Vikings. Hale comes around a screen, picked up by DJ. DJ bumps her on the drive, and they're going to call the foul on DJ Jenkins as she bumps into DeJohnny Hale, and that'll be DJ's second foul.
Going to rule the shooting foul, so she'll go to the line.
Looked like DJ fouled her out around the free throw line, maybe, but they said old NBA continuation. We're going to give her the Give her the 2 shots. First shot by Hale is no good. It pinballs out to Johnny Hale, a newcomer. I don't think she played the first time. She is a redshirt freshman out of Anchorage, Alaska.
Probably feels like summer for her
Yeah,
here.
yeah. She'll have one more, missed them both, so the Vikings get a break there. Talea gets the rebound. Here come the Vikes down by 3. Augusto to Talea, wraparound pass into Orton. Orton goes right at Cornelius and goes up and missed it. Rebound Lewis. That's good to see her going right at the basket, though. Now Hale walks it across the timeline for Central Methodist. 18 minutes left to play in this one. Vetter outside. Vetter had a couple of threes in the first half. Now they get it over to Ellis. Now head of the key. Vetter with a 3. Missed it. Rebound. Nice rebound by Talea. Talea's got the last 2 defensive rebounds for the Vikings.
Good job by the Vikings. The first half they gave up a lot of rebounds. Good job this half so far.
Now Horton missed the jump shot. Kiana got a nice look on the left baseline, left it a little bit short. Hale with the rebound for Central. 32-29. The Eagles lead it by 3 right now. Vikings have trailed most of this game. They led for a couple of times in the first half, but neither team's been in control. Now Griffin goes for steal, but Hale gets it back to Vetter. Vetter throws up a runner and got it. So Morgan Vetter penetrates off the dribble. She's in double figures with 10. The lead back up to 5. 34-29 with 17-10 left to play here. Vikes trying to go 6-4 in conference play. Now DJ, there's that quick move. Boy, she just explodes, and there's nothing you can do on that except foul her, and that's exactly what they did that time. And that's going to come up. That foul is going to be assessed against Johnny Hale. They're going to say that was a non-shooting foul, so the Vikings with 17:05 left to play take it out of bounds under their own basket. DJ gets to Griffin. Kelsey's jumper. Got it. Nice touch on that shot by Kelsey Griffin. Good pass by DJ. Griffin has 7. It's a 3-point game. Better guarded by Griffin. Kelsey normally draws that one of the toughest offensive players. She's a pretty good defensive player for the Vikings. Now outside to Ellis. Ellis tries to get into Corneliuson, tipped by Augusto. Now Ellis gets it back. Nice ball fake, goes up and in. So Jesse Ellis, who was very quiet for most of the first half, now has 8 points.
Good job. She looked away, and everybody thought she was going to dish it off, and went right to the basket.
Now Wharton inside. Ken up again. Got it. That's the way to go, girls. Get that ball into the big girl. That's exactly what they did. Ken has scored 4 of the 6 Viking points here in the second half. Trims the lead back down to 3.
Go there every time. If Corneliuson doesn't want to foul her, she should have an easy shot.
Head of the key to Corneliuson. Now she gets it back outside to Taylor McDowell. McDowell to Vetter. Vetter almost loses it now. Spins, throws up a jumper. No good. Wharton gets the rebound. Kiana goes up in a crowd to rip that one away.
Boy, 1 shot and done for the Eagles. Much better than in the first half.
Now Talea drop steps inside. Missed the shot. Got it back, though, and now flips it out of bounds. Did somebody touch it? No, I guess not. They're trying to say that somebody on Central Methodist touched the ball, but the officials say no dice. They're saying the ball was thrown out of bounds by the Vikings, so crowd did not like that call, but Central Methodist with a 3-point lead and 15:52 left to play in the game gets the ball back.
Yeah, crowd on the far side, they wanted to do a little officiating. They didn't get the call.
Big crowd here tonight. This place is going to be packed before the night's over. Ellis outside, guarded by Augusto. Good job by Andressa. Now McDowell fakes a 3. Now stop and go dribble into the corner to Ellis. Ellis drives down the middle, tries to dish it down low, tried to get it inside to Corneliuson, and Ellis throws it right by the big girl out of bounds, so the Vikings get it back as the teams traded turnovers the last 2 times down the court. 15:33 left to play, 36-33. Central Methodist clinging to a 3-point lead here on the road. Vikings won the first meeting between these 2 teams in Fayette, first conference game of the season. DJ yo-yos up to the free throw line, back to Kelsey. Kelsey drives down the right lane to the baseline. Now had it knocked away, but Winston gets it back, and now Alicia throws it right over the top of Kelsey Griffin out of bounds. So the Vikings turn it over one more time.
Yeah, a little sloppy here in the start of the second half. Had a good look there. That's kind of an unforced turnover. Horton going to come right back in.
15 minutes left to play here. Central clinging to that 3-point lead. Ellis hounded out there by DJ, now knocked away by Talea, but they say she was the last to touch it. As it goes out of bounds, Central retains possession. Wharton back in. Alicia Winston takes a seat.
You know, you're talking about going to Lamona. I was just looking here. In this part of the state, 38 degrees and snow Saturday. So what do you think is going to be up there?
Probably 15 degrees and a blizzard.
It could be.
Right. I remember one time we left, no snow on the ground here, at least 6 inches on the ground up there. All right, Pannier from the outside. The left-hander leaves the three-point shot short as the shot clock buzzer goes off. Here come the Vikings. DJ quickly into the paint, puts it up, missed it. Rebound, Pannier. Good opportunity, good shot by DJ, just could not get it to fall. Now quickly ahead comes Central Methodist. Vetter guarded by Griffin into the corner. There's a three out of the corner by McDowell, and that's good as Taylor McDowell drains her second triple of the game, makes it a 6-point lead for Central. Augusto into the forecourt for the Vikings, guarded by Morgan Vetter. Now Kelsey Griffin fakes a three, comes down the lane, gets it on the right wing to Wharton. Kiana's jumper, good, nice touch. That ball danced on the rim and dropped in. Kiana, who was very quiet in the first half, has 6 points here in the second half. Timeout on the floor, Vikings trail 39-35.
Well, that was a big bucket because the Vikings were down by 6, and Kiana got that one. 14 minutes to go. You don't want to get too far behind, but Talea Earl still has not scored. She looks a little bit frustrated out there, Joe. I think she just has to let the game come to her now.
She needs to step up. Now, something going on the far side over there. We got students coming out of the stands to Colin Smith entertaining them on the far side over there.
They're giving away a lot of prizes tonight, and everybody has a ticket. So this could be a good night for the students here.
I imagine. Do you think they will bring our big screen TV over to us, or we have to go across the floor to pick it up?
I think that we'll have to go across to get it. I've got some cash. I might try to buy a couple things for the night. So,
okay.
You know, college students always need that cash.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Of course, I need that cash too. So maybe I'll just.
Well, you're just the big overgrown college student right now, aren't you?
That's right.
All right. 14 minutes left to play. 39-35. Central Methodist leads it at the moment. Vetter outside, holds it high above her head with both hands, gets it into the corner to McDowell. Now in the low block to Corneliuson, turns up and goes right over the top of Kiana Wharton. And Corneliuson now in double figures with 10 points. The lead 6 once again. Now Griffin inside for the Vikings. A little flip shot comes up short, but Kelsey, good hustle, gets her own offensive rebound.
And brings it back out, resets the offense. Good job.
Set it to Talea. Knocked down a three. Talea, there it is. Oh, missed it. But Griffin, another offensive rebound. So Kelsey's got the last 2 offensive caroms for the Vikings. Now DJ down Main Street. Missed it. Wharton the rebound up and in. Nice rebound, offensive rebound. Ken, 3 offensive rebounds by the Vikes in that possession. 2 by Kelsey Griffin. Kiana Wharton gets the offensive rebound, puts it in, and a chance for the 3-point play, and that's 8 points for her in the second half.
And that's third foul on Cornelius, and I'm looking across the way. A lot of football players I see over to our left. That's the lacrosse team, the men's lacrosse team in their orange jerseys, all here tonight. So there's a lot of folks, tennis players, women's soccer. They're all here tonight, rooting on the Vikings.
Paris Johnson into the Viking lineup. Also Raina Smith, as Kiana Wharton will have a chance right now to complete the 3-point play to try to bring the Vikings within 1 possession, and she does. So it's a 3-point game, and Kiana 11 points in the game, once again in double figures, averaging 11.5, so right at her average now.
All right, let's go to work defensively.
And her number's getting bigger and bigger every game, Ken. Outside of McDowell, now the crowd yells defense for the Vikings. McDowell down the low block to Corneliuson, back to Hale. Hale stop and go dribble. Now down to Corneliuson on the baseline. 9 on the shot clock. Out to McDowell. They're going to have to hurry. They're not going to get a shot away unless they hurry. Now crashing. Oh, they did get a shot, and they get a traveling call, as they say that time that Allison Hines shuffles her feet, tried to go up with the left hand, shuffled both feet. Ball back to the Vikings. Vice can tie with a 3 right here.
12:46 to go.
41-38. Central Methodist leads it. Augusto outside, and Dressa dribbling, yo-yoing in front of Johnsay Hale. There's a 3 by Raina Smith for the tie, and Raina knocks down the triple. That's her first bucket of the game, and we're tied at 41. Big shot by RS that time. Raina Smith, the junior out of St. Louis. Now Hale to Johnny Hale, gets it outside to Corneliuson. In the corner, there's a deep 3 by McDowell. This one misses. Rebound to Leah. Vikes want to run, and Dressa gets it across quickly. Ahead to Horton. Horton up, and she's fouled.
Look out.
So a great job of running the floor that time as the Vikings got it ahead to Andressa Augusto. And Kiana Wharton takes a shot. She's knocked into that curtain behind the basket, but she's going to be on the line for 2 shots.
Alicia Winston will check back in. Kiana's up. She'll go to the line. I think she's more tired than anything else.
Nice job by the Vikings that time, though, of getting the ball out very quickly, getting it to the other end, and drawing the quick foul.
See what she can do at the free throw line here.
Kiana Wharton, this will be her second trip. She hit that free throw just a minute ago to complete the 3-point play, and she puts it in as the Vikings once again regain the lead, 42-41. She'll have one more with 12:07 left to play in the game.
Well, she's going through one of those periods right now where she just takes over a game. She's just taking over this game right now.
Yeah, and she can do that. And now coming back in, Vetter comes back into the lineup for Central Methodist. Hines takes a seat for the Vikings. It's Wharton, Raina Smith, Griffin, Talea Earls, and Paris Johnson. I gave Paris a pep talk at halftime. Let's see what she does. I did, yep. Wharton to try to give the Vikes a 2-point lead, and she does. So Kiana having a big second half, 11 points in the second half, and the Vikings back up by 2 with 12:07 left to play.
Raina Smith coming out, and DJ's back in. Raina hit that big 3 to tie it. 43-41 Valley. Valley's now on I believe this is about a 7-8-0 run.
Yeah, they were down by 6 not that long ago. Now Hale outside, crowd starting to get into it. Now they whip it inside. They try to get it into Spalding. Bounces off her left hand, out of bounds. So once again, that very aggressive Viking defense forces another turnover. The Vikings get it back with a 2-point lead. Good D that time on the block.
Yep. Horton out right now, and Winston in that low block. Let's see how the Vikings work offensively here.
DJ brings it across the timeline with a left-hand dribble. Now skips it on the right wing to Talea. Talea goes baseline, tries to flip it inside as it knocked away. Now taken away by Burgundy Lewis.
That ball was knocked away and went off the glass, almost went in.
Vetter outside now. Vetter again picked up by Kelsey Griffin. Kelsey's been in her rack all night long. Now they lob it into Spalding. Back out to McDowell. 13 on the shot clock as Ellis gets it high post to Spalding. Back to Vetter. Vikes doing a good job on the defensive end, and now they're going to call a foul somewhere down low.
They're going to say Kelsey doing some pushing.
Kelsey
out there,
Griffin shoves off, I guess, on Morgan Vetter that time. That'll be Kelsey's second foul. That will be a non-shooting foul. That's the second team foul on the Vikings. Central Methodist has 3 this half. Eagles to inbound. Looking, better hurry. They get it into the big girl Spalding. Spalding goes up against Winston into the baseline, almost walked into the corner. There's a 3 by McDowell, no good, but an offensive rebound by Spalding for Central Methodist. Now she sets it out to McDowell. They'll reset the offense with 11 minutes left to play here in the game. It's been a good one so far. Vetter stop and go dribble. Good job by Griffin. Now Vetter backs up, shoots a 3, no good. And I'll tell you what, you can't tell me Kelsey Griffin did not bother her that time. I know she did.
And a foul on Ellis. And I'll tell you what, Talea Earls has not scored a point, but that has not kept her from playing good defense and rebounding. I don't know how many rebounds she had in the first half, but she has ripped down some big boards here in the second half, even though she hasn't scored, and a timeout taken by James Arnold. So this defense really playing well. This Eagle team scores 77 points a game. Vikings have held them to 41 with
I think Coach James Arnold very upset with the shot selection of the Eagles right now. But give that Viking defense a lot of credit. They're just not giving the Eagles many open looks. It's not that Central Methodist is not running their offense or they're not trying to get anything going. The Vikings just good position, helping out on defense, and really kind of putting the stop to the Eagle offense right now.
Yeah, and Kelsey Griffin, you pointed out earlier, she seems to always get the tough defensive assignment other than the post player. And tonight that tough assignment is Morgan Vetter. Now Morgan does have 10 points, average of 16.9, but she has had to work for everything she's getting.
And she only has 1 basket here in the second half, so Kelsey put the clamps on her, but we've got a timeout on the floor right now. 10 minutes, 52 seconds left to play in the game. So when we come back, it should be the Vikings ball up by a deuce.
43-42. Boy, a win tonight would be huge for this Viking team as they try to stay in the top half of the conference. And right now they're tied for that 4th spot. Any way you look at it, Mid-American Benedict tied for first. That's 1 and 2. Culver's 3, and then the Vikings and Baker tied for 4 and 5. But I'd just like to stay right there. And Baker again playing Mid-American Nazarene tonight at home.
And how big was that win last Saturday at home against Baker? The defending regular season conference champs, the Vikes, took them to the woodshed here Saturday afternoon. All right, Paris Johnson wrap around into Horton. Kiana goes to the baseline, throws it up, and she's fouled. So once again, Kiana Wharton gets the ball inside, takes it into the hole strong, and she's going to be on the line for 2 shots. As that foul's going to come up, I believe, on Burgundy Lewis, and I think that's her second foul. So Burgundy picks up the foul. That puts Kiana Wharton back on the line. Kiana, I don't want to jinx her, so I'm not going to tell you what she is from the line. First shot, good. Now I'll tell you, she's 4 out of 4.
And boy, what a second half. She has 14 points now. And the lead is 3, and Corneliuson will come back into the ball game.
Kiana will try to give the Vikings a 4-point lead, and that's about as much as they've led by in the whole game, I think. Kiana Wharton. Kiana, of course, is from Indianapolis. Second shot is good. So Kiana knocks down both free throws, so the Vikings extend the lead to 4. Here comes Central. Ellis outside. Ellis picked up by Paris Johnson. Gives it to McDowell. Now hit of the key to Lewis. Right wing to Vetter. Kelsey Griffin right on her. There's a deep 3 by McDowell. This one's short, and DJ runs down the rebound. Here come the Vikes on the run ahead to Griffin. Kelsey tries to track it down, saves it, but tips it right back to Ellis.
Yeah, that time DJ probably should have brought it up. She tried to make the pass all the way up court and threw it away.
Ellis outside to McDowell. Down the low block to Cornelius, and she turns on Winston. Back to Ellis. Good defense again. Alicia Winston knocks it away.
Pick it up,
now
Alicia.
stolen again by Vetter for Central Methodist. Down low to Lewis. Lewis drives in. Picked up by Wharton. Now Corneliuson in the middle of the lane. Too strong. And DJ comes away with a rebound for the Vikings. Here comes DJ. Ahead to Paris, and Paris can't quite get the handle on the ball. Boy, that crowd would have erupted if Paris could have laid that one in. Nice pass by DJ, but maybe threw the ball just a little bit too hard to Paris Johnson.
Yeah, I'm thinking, they turned it over because but that's the way this Valley team plays. They will go up and down that floor as quickly as they can get there.
When DJ Jenkins gets the ball, you better sprint to the other end.
You
she's
better
going
be
to
ready.
get down there very quickly. Outside, Ellis now. Crowd really starting to get into this one now. Now they're going to call a pushing foul on Paris Johnson as she shoves Jessie Ellis on the outside. So that's going to be a foul against Paris. That will be her second. That's team foul number 3 on the Vikings. Central Methodist has 5 to this point in the second half.
9:35 to go.
Central Methodist Panera in the lineup now. She gets it out to Ellis. Ellis guarded by Paris. Paris playing that tight man-to-man, woman-to-woman defense, whatever you choose to call it. Skip pass to Panera. Now Panera gets in the corner. Her 3 from the side, no good. Panera having a tough time shooting tonight as that 3 comes up off the right side. Rebound to the Vikings. Here comes DJ.
Good job, Alicia.
Talea with a 3. This one a little bit strong. Talea had a good look that time, got her feet set, but left it a little bit strong off the back of the rim, so the lead stays at 4 for the Vikings. 9 minutes left. Now the Eagles throw it away on the other end as Kiana Wharton gets the steal, and once again that Viking defense stifling this Central Methodist offense at the moment. Alicia Winston back to DJ. Her 3 is short. That's an air ball. Paris tries to save it, now gets it back to Vetter. Here come the Eagles on the run with 8:40 left. Bounce pass inside, knocked away by Earls, both teams. And DJ very wisely says, let's slow this thing down.
Let's slow it down a little bit. Boy, we've been at 45-41 for quite some time now.
Both teams have turned the ball over. I think the last 2 times they've come down the court. Now DJ takes her time, sets the ball, sets the offense up between the 2 circles. High bounce pass to Kiana. Kiana lobs down low to Earls. Earls goes up, left it short. And boy, Talea Earls just cannot buy a basket right now. She got a good look down on the low block, just left it a little bit short. And Andressa Augusto comes back in for the Vikings. DJ Jenkins will take a rest.
And also coming in for CMU, Nicole Spalding back into the lineup.
45-41. Missouri Valley leads at 8 minutes, 11 seconds left to play in the game.
Well, either team go on a little run here, they could open up some space.
Augusto inside to Paris. Paris scoops it up and in. Nice backdoor cut on the inbounds play. as Paris came off that screen, flipped it in to the Vikings. This might be their biggest lead of the game. They lead it by 6.
It may be, and the lacrosse team having some fun across the way.
And you know the girls hear that. Outside to McDowell, in the corner to Pannier. Pannier backs it out, guarded by Talea Earls. Now the ball knocked away by Talea. Alicia Winston gets the steal for the Vikings. Another good defensive sequence by Missouri Valley.
Yeah, CMU has been at 41 for quite some time. Let's make them pay for that turnover.
Augusto wraparound pass to Wharton. Now down on the baseline. Talea thinks about a 3. Now backs up. Jump shot. Missed it. Boy, Talea having shooting woes here tonight. And the rebound comes away to Spalding for the Eagles. Vetter into Spalding. Spalding outside to McDowell. Her 3. Got it.
Good shooter.
So Taylor McDowell knocks down a 3. That's her 3rd triple of the game. We got a timeout on the floor with 7 minutes, 17 seconds left to play. A 6-point Viking lead has been trimmed to 3 on that 3-pointer by Taylor McDowell.
Yeah, they have 5 3-point field goals tonight, and the Vikings have 4. But 47-44, neither team's shooting all that well, so this thing could go right down to the last couple of possessions.
This is one of those games where neither team has had a chance to separate itself from the others. One team will make a run, the other team will come right back. The Vikings led by 6. And that time Taylor McDowell gets loose on the left baseline and buries her 3rd triple of the game. So again, typical Missouri Valley Central Methodist game.
Going to be a battle. The men's game will be the same. Boy, if both Viking teams can win tonight, they'd really help themselves in the standings against this CMU team.
And boy, how many cheerleaders do the Vikings have on the floor there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got about 15 or 16.
Good. Looks good.
Yep.
Good unit. They work hard.
Yeah, they do. And they've always been very competitive at the regional and national level. Okay. Well, it'll be Viking ball. 7 minutes, 17 seconds left to play. It's 47-44 as Coach Tom Hebb goes to the scorer's table to talk to somebody. But it's Kelsey Griffin, Andressa Augusto, Talea Earls, Kiana Wharton, and Raina Smith, the quintet on the floor for the Vikings right now. Augusto outside. Back to Talea. Talea's 3. Missed another one. Rebound Corneliuson. Good look, got her feet set, just couldn't drop it.
One of those nights, it's just not going down.
Now outside, they're on Allison Hines. She shot an air ball a minute ago. They're letting her have it right now. Corneliuson back to Hines. Hines holds it high above the head into Corneliuson. Now they lob it down right wing. Corneliuson guarded by Talea. Corneliuson spins inside, left it short. And nice defense once again. Talea Earls was not giving an inch down on that low block, and I thought Corneliuson might have shoved off as an offensive foul.
4 on the shot clock. They've got to get that ball didn't hit the rim, so only 4 seconds with which to shoot. And that ball did not hit the rim. It should not be a shot.
No, the officials want to talk this one over right now. I'm not sure what the discussion is. 6 minutes. 6 minutes and 39 seconds left to play in the game. I think Coach Jim Arnold thought it should have been a shot, but you're right. It did not hit the rim, so it's not.
Nope.
Okay, Hines will inbound for Central Methodist. They've got to hurry. They get it to Pannier. They're maybe not going to get a shot. Pannier launches one. This hurried shot and had it just ahead of the shot clock buzzer. So once again, very good defense by the Vikings as they maintain that 3-point lead with 6:25 left to play. Now they try to lob it down to Kelsey Griffin as Andressa Augusto tried to get Kelsey down on the low block, puts it by her out of bounds. So pretty much of an unforced turnover that time. The ball back to Central Methodist.
Well, both teams struggling with the turnovers here in the second half. So
I don't know what we have in the first half. It looks like 12 turnovers
12,
for Central Methodist. We only had 7. So, but the miscues mounting up for both teams right now.
I'd say first team to 60 going to win this one.
Yeah, could be. 47-44. There go the lacrosse guys again, making the noise. You can probably hear them on the far side. Outside to Pannier, left wing to Taylor McDowell. McDowell guarded by Augusto. Jesse Ellis drives inside off the glass. Basket and one as Jesse Ellis got right down that right wing, puts it up off the glass, and she's fouled on the shot. So she's going to have a chance to tie this thing up right now as she'll go to the line. And that foul comes up on Raina Smith. That's Raina's first, but Jesse Ellis, who is a senior out of Skagway, Alaska, She's one of 2 Alaska players on this Central Methodist team. She's at the line for one shot with 6:03 left to play. She'll try to tie it back up. And missed it. Nice rebound, Kiana Wharton. So Ellis misses the opportunity to tie the game up. Vikes get it back with a 1-point lead. Griffin outside. Kelsey goes baseline, goes around Paneer, and now goes up, and there's a foul. So nice job by Kelsey Griffin. She took Chelsea Paneer right down the baseline, flipped it up, and draws the 2-shot foul.
I think she has the talent to do that every time. She's quicker. She can get underneath, use that head and shoulder fake, and chance to put up the 2 free throws.
I would just like to see her take that 3-point shot a little bit more often. She can hit that shot. She's has always been a good outside shooter. Right now she's on the line. That foul on Paneer. First shot by Griffin. Good. So Kelsey knocks down the first one. Give her 8 in the game. She'll have 1 more as she'll try to extend this lead back to 3 for the Vikings.
5:50 to go.
Second shot by the senior Adam Marshall. Came to Missouri Valley this year. Missed this one. This one pinballs out. No good. So Griffin gets 1 out of 2. It's a 2-point game with 5:46 left to play.
Vikings only shot 6 out of 12 in the first half, so need to improve that from the line. They'll be shooting 1-1 the rest of the way.
Better tried to throw it to Chelsea Paneer, throws it right past her, out of bounds at the head of the key. So again, good defense by the Vikings. And now I believe Coach Tim Dixon wants a timeout. So 5 minutes, 36 seconds left. Vikings clinging to a very narrow 48-46 lead.
Yeah, and that was an unforced turnover. We've seen both teams really have some unforced turnovers here in the second half, and that might be attributed to the other team's defense. But if either team, Joe, you just sense if either team can go on a little run here, they're gonna pull away in this ball game.
Well, this crowd right now has to be a big advantage for the Vikings. They're getting pretty noisy right now, so you'd like to think the Vikings in the driver's seat, but boy, this Central Methodist team just won't go away. That was a nice take by Jesse Ellis just a minute ago to get that basket. Now the lacrosse team looks like they just won the national championship, don't they?
They made it to the Nationals last year in California, and they're considered to be good again. Now, Colin Smith is talking to the different teams. You have some volleyball players over here, football, lacrosse players. So they're all kind of sitting in their own sections having a whole lot of fun tonight.
Well, in case you just joined us there, this is the Orange Crush night. It's also the Valley Alumni Social, and a lot of people on hand, a lot of nice prizes being given out to mainly students in the crowd, and there's a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of energy in the house tonight, and hopefully that's going to play to the Vikings' advantage.
All right, 5:36 to go, Vikings ball.
48-46, DJ Jenkins, Kelsey Griffin, Talay Earls, Kiana Wharton, Andressa Augusto, the 5 on the floor. They've gone a good part of the way here tonight for the Vikings. Now, nice backdoor cut to Griffin, missed the shot.
Man.
Good pass from DJ. Kelsey cut backdoor, just couldn't quite get the ball to drop. Central gets it back. Now, Ellis goes inside, and they say she knocked it out of bounds.
You know, I was looking at that last play. Tim Dixon draws that play up in the timeout. It works to perfection, and then you miss the layup. You can only put him in position to make it.
Yep, you can only do so much as a coach. And, boy, sometimes that sideline gets very lonely. But both teams turn the ball. A chance to extend the lead for the Vikings. Right wing now, Augusto. Andressa wraps it into Orton. Kiana spins inside, got it. And that time, good job by Kiana using the backboard. She's right under the basket, right in front of the basket, kissed it off the glass and in. Vikings lead it by 4. We're under 5 minutes in the game.
Wow.
Now shot up and in.
Ellis.
Who was that? I didn't
Jesse Ellis.
Jesse Ellis fires that one in. So Ellis has 8 points in the second half, 12 points in the game.
Off balance and made a good shot.
2-point game, Vikings on top. Outside Augusto. Augusto left-hand dribble, backs it out now. Now spins into the free throw lane. Jumper by Wharton from the free throw line, no good. Rebound, Burgundy Lewis for Central Methodist.
I almost like to see Kiana get a little lower on that low block.
Yeah, Kiana not a real good jump shooter. Now Ellis throws the ball right over the head of Taylor Corneliuson.
What?
So
they're going to say that ball was tipped?
I guess. I don't see
No way. That ball was not tipped. Oh, my goodness. That ball went 3 feet over everybody's head. How?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think there's no way.
No way was that ball tipped. No way. No way. That wasn't even close.
No, I don't think so either. I think Ellis just got flustered and threw the ball right over Corneliuson's head out of bounds. Nonetheless, Central Methodist gets the ball back. Into Corneliuson. She fakes on Wharton. Now gets it into Lewis. Now had it knocked away. Bodies on the floor. Knocked out of bounds by the Vikings. So shot clock down to 17. 4 minutes and 12 seconds left on the game clock. The Vikings clinging to a slim 50-48 lead at home against Central Methodist. Man-to-man defense by the Vikings. Vetter in the corner. Boy, Kelsey Griffin doing a great job on her defensively. Now Corneliuson drives on Wharton, puts it up, missed it. Battle for the loose ball. Rebound, Kelsey Griffin. Good defense again by the Vikings.
What a game she's played. Kelsey Griffin.
Vikes really doing it on the defensive end. It's a low-scoring game. Earls lobs it down to Kiana. Kiana squares up on the baseline. Now puts up a jumper off the right side. No good, but Talia Earls tracks down the offensive rebound and saves it. Griffin with a three. Missed it. Rebound Lewis. Boy, good look for Kelsey Griffin that time. Just shot a little bit off the right side. Vetter drives in. Back to Ellis. Central can tie with the bucket here.
Okay, first one to 55 is going to win.
Yeah, you might be right. We're down to 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in the game. Corneliuson head of the key to Lewis. Down to 10 on the shot clock. 3 for the lead by Vetter. Got it. And Morgan Vetter knocks down a 3. Timeout by Coach Jim Arnold. So Morgan Vetter, who's really been pretty quiet here in the second half, got loose on Kelsey that time and knocks down a 3 from the head of the key. And with 3:11 left to play, the Lady Eagles grab a 1-point lead.
And boy, they set that play up. She came off a screen at the top of the key, and she shoots over 40%. She knocked that one down. Well, 3:11 to go. Vikings need to keep getting that ball inside.
I think you tell about 4 minutes into the game that this game was going to go right down to the wire, and there's been no indication since that time when it wasn't. We're down getting close to the 3-minute mark, and it's a 1-point game.
Good ball game, 51-50. The last time they played, it was all Valley, and they controlled from start to finish, but not the case today.
Well, as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Central Methodist in a must-win situation right now. They trail both the Vikings and Baker by 2 games in the standings, so if they want to stay alive for any kind of a realistic hope of a top 4 finish, Central needs a win. The Vikes would love to have a win here today to remain at least tied for 4th place.
All right, Vikings will have the ball down by 1, 3:11 to go. Starting 5 out there for the Vikings.
Central, both teams have been in a man-to-man most of the night. DJ walks it across the timeline, picked up outside by Vetter. DJ with a right-hand dribble, head of the key, gives it out to Talia. Talia goes down the left lane, flips it up, left it short. Talia Earls having trouble, but Kiana Wharton gets an offensive rebound. Nice job by Kiana. It looks like she took a shot maybe, but Kiana, good job on the offensive board. Is that a non-shooting foul? That's team foul.
Yeah, be a 1-on-1.
That's team foul, either number 6 or number 7 on Central Methodist. So that'll put Kiana Wharton on the line with 2:54 left, as she will try to once again give the Vikings a lead if she can knock down 2 charity tosses here. Kiana out of Indianapolis. First shot, got it. So Kiana continues her torrid free throw shooting as she knocks down the first. We're tied at 51. She'll have one more as Lewis comes out. Paneer back into the Central Methodist lineup.
She has 18 points. How many in the second half?
Well, she had 2 at halftime, so it must be 18 take away 2. What, 16?
Yep. 16 second half points.
All right, Kiana, a chance to tie this or try to give the Vikings a lead. She tied it up with the first one. She'll have one more here. Valley back on top as Kiana knocks down both free throws. 52-51 now. Augusto almost got a steal, saves it back, but Ellis picks it up for Central Methodist.
Vikings have a foul to give. They only have 4.
Now lob into Corneliuson. She goes right over the top inside. She's fouled. And Kiana Wharton says, who, me? But I think she picked up her 3rd foul. So Taylor Corneliuson, who's another pretty good free throw shooter. And I tell you.
No, they're going to call it on Talia, I guess.
Oh, they didn't call it. Called that on Talia. So that's, well, I thought that was Kiana, but that's Talia's 3rd foul. So she has 3 for the Vikings, and Corneliuson, 2 shots here. First one's good, so we're tied once again. I tell you, between Corneliuson and Wharton, a couple pretty good big girl free throw shooters, you know what?
Well, between the 2 of them, they are 14 out of 16, and the 2 misses to Corneliuson.
Yep. Yeah, both of these girls shooting well. Corneliuson can give the Eagles a lead once again. Second shot, got them both. So Cornelius knocks down both free throws. 53-52 Central Methodist, 2:41 left to play in the game. Now Vetter will sit down. Taylor McDowell in the lineup. Spalding comes back in for Central Methodist. So the Vikings with the ball, 2.5 minutes to play. DJ walks it across the timeline. Down low for Wharton, and she's crashed into as Spalding that time. Nicole Spalding bumps Kiana Wharton on the pass into the low block, and that'll put Kiana back on the line for a 1-and-1. She just knocked down 2 a minute ago. She can once again give the Vikings a lead if she can convert twice here.
James Arnold trying to talk to his players about who's going to guard her. She's just right now very close to being unguardable.
You like to see her step up when the game's on the line. That's exactly what she's been doing. Oh, this one pinballs out. Oh, Wharton had that one down in, and it bounced out. That's her first miss from the free throw line tonight. And with 2:26 left, Central gets the ball back. Like still in that man. McDowell hands outside to Ellis. Ellis picked up by Jenkins. Now they lob it inside, driving inside Spalding, and she's fouled. As she drives inside and she's hammered, she'll have 2 shots right now.
That is on Kiana Horton.
Yeah,
Talea went for the steal. She didn't get it. That left her wide open. Kiana had to come over and foul her.
And for the first time tonight, that'll put Nicole Spalding on the line. She has 2 points in the game. She'll have a couple of free throws here with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to play in the game. First shot by Spalding, no good. Left it way short. And I think maybe this crowd having a little bit of an impact on the free throw shooting of Nicole Spalding right now. She'll have one more. Nicole Spalding is a junior out of Pleasant Valley, New York. Stands at 6'1", and now timeout on the floor.
Bloody nose, I think.
Yeah, it looks like Kiana Wharton maybe on that last foul took an elbow in the nose. So 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to play. The Vikings trailing by 1, 53-52. And the lead just continues to seesaw back and forth.
Big crowd here tonight. Most of the students are here. A lot of alumni in the balcony behind us, and people lined up in the balcony. I see Athletic Director Tom Pfeiffer and Dr. Paris Watts, who is the new Dean of Academics.
I wondered who that is. Is that Paris in the suit up there? I wondered who that was.
Paris
I guess
Watts.
I don't know him, but I saw the gentleman in the suit up there, and I figured he was some Viking administrator, but I wasn't sure who. Good to have him on staff.
Yes, it is.
All right, Spalding will have one more. It's a 1-point game right now. Second shot, that's strong. Missed it. The rebound comes away to DJ as Spalding misses both free throws. Here come the Vikings. DJ outside to Rain as we near the 2-minute mark in the game. 53-52, Central Methodist on top. Now Talea sets the offense outside. Talea down the middle, flips it up with the left hand. Oh, can't get it to go. And boy, just one of those nights for the senior out of Indianapolis.
They cleared off the side for her. She got in the lane, couldn't hit it.
Ellis down low for Spalding, and she missed it, but she's fouled again. So that might not be a bad play as Nicole Spalding bricked a couple of free throws just a minute ago.
DJ picks up the
foul. That foul comes
third.
up. That's DJ's third. So she's got 3. Augusto has 3. Talea has 3. And Kiana has 3, but we're down under 2 minutes right now. Spalding's first free throw. She missed again.
That basket looks like a thimble right now when you miss 3 in a row.
And she's missed 3 in a row. Let's see if we can make it 4. As the crowd picks up the intensity over on the far sideline. Second shot, got it. So Spalding gets 1 out of 2. The Eagles lead it by 2 with 1:45 left to play. I tell you, that lacrosse team, those guys are
having fun, aren't they?
I don't think they're going to go home and go right to bed after this one. All right, 54-52, Viking ball. They trail by a couple. Talea down the middle, right wing. Raina out of the corner, got it! And it's a 3. Raina Smith knocks down a 3 and gives the Vikings a 1-point lead. Big shot by the junior out of St. Louis.
Doesn't play that many minutes, but what a big shot, Joe.
And
wow.
Raina shot that ball with confidence. The left-hander just pulled up on the baseline right in front of that lacrosse team on the far side, knocked that one down. We've got another timeout on the floor. 1 minute, 24 seconds left to play. The Vikings have regained a 1-point lead.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a moment. Raina Smith. Raina last year was a starter, Joe. Raina doesn't start this year. And just a different philosophy, different players there. Dressa Augusto starts in her place, basically. Doesn't play nearly as many minutes as she did, but when she gets in the game, she does a lot of good things, and just like that. She probably hasn't played 5 or 6 minutes total tonight, but she hits maybe the biggest shot of the game.
And how many times on a good team does somebody come off the bench and make a big play, and that's exactly what Raina did right there. I'll tell you the thing I like, she got the ball on the baseline. She did not hesitate. She went right up with confidence and knocked that ball down.
Julia Vasquez, another one. Doesn't play as many minutes as she did a year ago, but when they're in the game, they can really do some things.
55 to 54, the Vikings lead at 1 minute, 24 seconds left to play. When we come back, it'll be Central Methodist ball.
I'm still sticking with whoever gets a 61st win.
Yeah, I think that might be a pretty good bet. We've only got less than a minute or just a little over a minute left to play. Been a very low-scoring game. I mean, the last time these two teams played, it was a high-scoring affair.
77-63.
Yeah, both teams up near 70. The Vikings over 70. So Central Methodist to inbound. They get it into Ellis. Ellis guarded by DJ out deep near the midcourt area.
Better back in the game.
Ellis dribbles to the right baseline. Now bounces in low to Cornelius, and she goes up over the top. Missed it. Rebound, Raina Smith. So Raina makes her second straight big play for the Vikings, and she gets a big rebound right there, and the Vikings in no hurry. And now Coach Tim Dixon takes a timeout. So we're down to 1 minute and 4 seconds left in the game. Vikings with the ball, clinging to a 1-point lead.
And again, you wonder where is Kiana Horton. They're working on her behind the bench, bloody nose. Remember, the last game here, she took an elbow, remember, and had that bloody nose, and probably not completely healed, so she has a little bloody nose problem. So Alicia Winston into the ball game. She and Talea Earls. You know, Talea doesn't have a bucket. She may get her first and only bucket. It may come in the next minute. It'd be huge if she does.
That's what seniors do. That's what
right.
leaders do. Would not be surprised. But, boy, need to take some cotton or something and shove it up in Kiana's nose
Get her
right
in the
there.
game.
Get that blood
Here she
stopped.
comes. That's
All right,
what
here
they
we go.
did.
All right, here we go. All
They
right.
said, girl, we'll take care of that, that bloody nose later. Here's some cotton. Let's go play.
Yeah.
You got to have her in the game.
Oh, you need her in there right now. What a big second half she's had. What do you have? 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17 points in the second half, 19 in the game.
And Augusto comes back in. So Tim's getting his starters back in. And I don't know if Raina's going to stay in or not, but boy, what a big three she hit.
And a big rebound on the other end.
Minute 4, 24 seconds on the shot clock. Vikings up 55-54. Coming right down to the last couple of possessions.
Very most important half-court possession of the Vikings of the game right now. And I'm sure Coach Tim Dixon, Coach Tom Hebb have drawn up something special. Kelsey Griffin, DJ Jenkins, Dressa Augusto, Kiana Wharton, and Talea Earls, the original starting lineup on the floor for the Vikings. With 1:04 left to play. Vikes get it in. DJ head of the key. Puts it on the deck with a left-hand dribble. Bounces to Talea. Talea bounces it out with 16 on the shot clock. Augusto skips it over to Kelsey. Kelsey looking right wing. Back to DJ. Down to 9. DJ inside. Tried to get it to Wharton. Knocked away and knocked out of bounds by Spalding. So the ball off Spalding was at 5. They reset the shot clock? No, they're not. 5 seconds on the shot clock. So the Vikings will inbound under their own bucket. DJ looking out to Talea. Talea drives inside and she's fouled. So Talea takes the ball with the left hand right down the baseline and she's hammered on the drive. And that's going to be team foul number 10, I believe, on Central Methodist. Either 9 or 10, we'll see.
And 4 on Cornelius.
Fouls on Cornelius.
Wow.
Is that team foul number 9? If that's the case,
9.
it'll be a 1-and-1 for Talea Earls. Talea's first trip to the line tonight, still looking for her first points with 43.6 seconds left. First shot, got it! Talea knocks down the big free throw. And you said that, Ken. You said she could end up getting a big basket, and she hits a big free throw right there. She'll have one more, and she will try to make this a 3-point Viking lead.
She might have gotten to the basket, but when that foul occurred, there were 2 seconds on the shot clock, and she was a long ways from the basket underneath the backboard. So good foul.
Good break for the Vikings.
Yes.
Earls with a chance to make it a 3-point game. Second shot. Pinball's out. No good. Rebound. And now, the Central Methodist team almost throws the ball out of bounds. And Coach James Arnold about to have cardiac arrest, I think, on the right side. He did not like that pass at all.
Almost threw it away. 39.7 seconds to go. Valley up 56-54. So the Vikings will get one more possession at least, and they're up by 2.
It'll be Central Methodist ball when we come back. So the Eagles, Talia Earls hit the front end of that 1-and-1, missed the second shot, so it's still a 2-point game. And I thought Central Methodist was going to throw the ball out of bounds.
And they almost did throw it out of bounds.
I thought that ball was right over in the middle of that student section, but the Vikings.
Taylor McDowell made a save with the left hand.
So it's going to be Central Methodist ball, like we said, 39.7 seconds left to play. And the fun and games continue on the far side over there as Coach Chad Lance's wife, Ellen, has the microphone right now. It looks like they're giving away some prizes to some of the students.
39.7 seconds to go. 56-54. Big crowd on hand. How about a steal here?
Yep. A steal and a breakaway.
I'd
How would
like
that
to
be?
see
Make it a two-possession game.
Big possession here. The Vikings will get the ball back at least one more time because there's 39.7 seconds remaining.
Okay, it's going to be Central Methodist ball as they have Jesse Ellis, Morgan Vetter, the two guards. They'll inbound. Vikes going to apply a little pressure in the backcourt. DJ right in the face of Jesse Ellis as Ellis brings it across with a left-hand dribble. And I think I'd bring it across on the other side opposite the students. They get it outside now to Paneer, down to 29 seconds. Back to Vetter. Vetter with 3 for the lead. Missed it. Loose ball. Ellis runs it down. Oh, almost a foul. Into the corner. Paneer for the lead. No good. Rebound, Kiana Wharton. Kiana Wharton rips down the rebound, and she's fouled.
Oh, tie possession.
Oh, they call it a tie
CMU
possession.
Ball.
In Central Methodist with the alternate possession rule. The Eagles get it back. 16.2 seconds left to play. Central missed a couple of threes, but then they dodged the bullet. I thought Wharton got fouled, but instead they give the ball back to the Eagles under their own bucket. 16.2 left. Valley up by 1.
Vikings couldn't get the ball.
Now Coach Tim Dixon motions one of the officials to come over. They're having a little chat right around midcourt right now.
Well, James Arnold, at least on that possession, was going for the win, wasn't he?
Yep.
Because he took 2 threes.
All right, it'll be Central's ball out of bounds, so Vikings will stay. It looks like they're going to stay in that man-to-man defense on the inbound. So 16.2 seconds left. The shot clock is turned off right now, so Central can do about what they want to, but they need a bucket. They trail by 2, and now there's a timeout, I think.
Officials are discussing something. I don't
know what's going on. The officials talking about something. Looked like a timeout as both teams coming towards their benches, but I'm not sure. I don't know if a timeout's been called or not. I guess now I don't know what's going on right now. Both teams huddled around their respective benches. And Coach Tim Dixon, Coach James Arnold, both out meeting with one of the officials at midcourt. Tom Hebb, assistant coach, talking to the Vikings right now. We know, or at least we think, it's going to be Central Methodist ball when we come back with 16.2 seconds left on the clock and Valley up by 2.
Still discussing it. Tim came out and he talked to the official, and then they got they're all getting together. I think it's going to be CMU ball, 16.2 seconds.
We certainly hope not, but we're afraid it is going to be Central Methodist ball.
Yep, that's going to be the case. And, of course, the shot clock is off. That last shot did hit the rim, so no shot clock now.
Okay, Vikes, it looks like they're going to line up at that man-to-man. They've been in that defense. A lot of teams play zone on the inbound, not the Vikings. Now Tim Dixon. Now Tim wants a timeout as he sprints out right around midcourt to call a timeout. So with 16.2 seconds, this last 16 seconds is going to take about 15 minutes to play, it looks like.
Tim wanted to see what they were going to line up with offensively, and as soon as he did, he took a timeout. So they'll discuss the defensive strategy here. I got a good defensive strategy. Take the ball away.
Steal the ball on the inbounds. Take it the length of the floor, lay it in, make it a two-possession game. Empty the stands onto the floor. Let's get ready for the men's game.
16.2 seconds to go, 56-54. And how important this game is in the standings. We start the second time. The Vikings are 5-4, and CMU right behind at 3-6. So they would drop a full 3 games behind Valley if Valley can win this one.
Plus, Valley would have the tiebreaker because they won the first game in Fayette. So Central Methodist needs this game. The Vikings would love to have it. This would assure them of staying in that top 4 in the conference for one more night. And they say anybody's game, right down to the wire. The timeout is over. The two teams heading back out to the floor. So the Eagles will inbound under their own bucket. Vikings have their original starting lineup. No, Paris Johnson's in the lineup now. She's in the lineup instead of Adressa Augusto. Now they get it into the corner. The Eagles do. McDowell lobs it down low. Corneliuson flips it up and gets it to go. Taylor Corneliuson gets the bucket to go. She goes right over the top of Kiana Wharton. And Corneliuson knocks it down off the glass. She's fouled on the play. A chance for the three-point play. So Coach James Arnold dialed up the big girl. She got the ball inside to Corneliuson. She flips it off the glass, ties it up. And with 10.3 seconds left to play in the game, Corneliuson could give the Eagles a 1-point lead.
Good news, there's still 10.3 seconds
Vikings get another possession. 10 seconds can be a lot of time. And now Augusto comes back in. Paris Johnson comes out. And Corneliuson is going to have a lot of noise as she tries to shoot this free throw. Corneliuson bends, shot in the air, no good. Battle underneath. Spalding gets a rebound, and she's tied up underneath, I think. Yeah, it's going to be a jump ball. I don't know why Spalding didn't go back up with the ball.
I don't either.
She got that offensive rebound. Corneliuson missed the free throw. She just doubled up with the ball, and sure enough, somebody ties her up. And with the alternate possession rule, the Vikings get it back with 7.9 seconds left to play. Here we go. Tied at 56. Here comes DJ across the timeline with 5. Now timeout by the Vikings. So 4.1 second left on the clock. Tied up 56-56. Everybody in the house on their feet right now. And Valley's going to at least get a chance for the last shot.
Well, you know they're probably going to Kiana Horton. Kiana's probably going to touch either that or Talia Earls one-on-one. I still wouldn't mind
How about Kelsey Griffin? How about DJ? I mean, any one of the Adressa Augusto, any one of the 4 players, very capable on the offensive end for the Vikings. But let's see. Coach Tim Dixon, last time he drew up a very successful inbounds play. Let's see if that happens again here.
I'm thinking I almost would just clear out a side for somebody because you only have 4.1 seconds remaining. Big missed free throw by Corneliuson. She's now 8 out of 11 from the line, but boy, that was a big miss. And the crowd, I think, had something to do with that one.
Well, and Nicole Spalding got the offensive rebound right under the basket. I don't know why she didn't at least, I would have either take it up or kick it back outside. She just took the ball and doubled up inside, and somebody tied her up and right back to the Vikings.
Yeah, that was a mistake on her part. She probably got 3 feet from the basket on that missed free throw.
4.1 seconds left to play, 56-56. And as I said, everybody in this place on their feet right now. It looks like that Kelsey Griffin will inbound for the Vikings. Vikings going to set up in kind of a 2 people down low. They got 2 people out high, a 1-2-2 offense. Griffin lobs it inside, knocked away. Talia gets it up, missed it at the buzzer. Missed it at the buzzer, and we're going to play overtime as they lobbed the ball in. Kelsey Griffin lobbed the ball down low to Talia Earls. Talia went up, had a good shot from about 2 feet away and missed it. And it's just been that kind of night for Talia.
2 feet away. Wide open shot. Well, she just... Wow. So we'll play another 5 minutes.
Well, the Vikings show a lot of confidence in their senior as they try to get the ball into Talia, and she missed it. So why don't you go ahead and take it in overtime?
Oh, that's your overtime. You got it.
All right.
We do have some women's scores here. Benedictine beat Peru 66-58. It was Culver over Graceland 72-62, and Mid-America beat Baker 60-53. So the 2 top teams both won tonight.
So if the Vikings can win this game here, they will be all alone in 4th place as Baker, the team that they're tied with, coming into the game tonight, loses to good Mid-America team.
Boy, the Vikings, you couldn't ask for a better shot than they got right there.
Very, very good play drawn up by Coach Tim Dixon, Coach Tom Head. They got the ball into Talia Earls. Her shot banged off the right side, and Burgundy Lewis ripped down the rebound, and we're going into OT. And I don't know, I don't remember too many overtime games this year.
Now, this may be the first overtime that we've had.
56-56, the same 5, the starting lineup for the Vikings back on the floor, and Talia Talea looks a little bit dejected right now. Let's see if maybe she can do something in overtime to win this thing.
Man, he was right there, 2 feet away.
For the Vikings, it's Talea Earls, Kiana Wharton, DJ Jenkins, Andressa Augusto, Kelsey Griffin. For Central Methodist, it's Taylor Corneliuson, Jesse Ellis, Morgan Vetter, Burgundy Lewis, and Johnny Hale. The starting lineup, I believe, for both teams, and Central Methodist gets the tap. 5 minutes will play in overtime right now.
Well, you have to forget the disappointment of not making that last shot and go to work.
Now Hale outside, guarded by DJ, gets it head of the key to Lewis. Lewis looks inside, pulls out beyond the arc, gives outside to Vetter. Vetter guarded by Griffin. Kelsey's done a great job on Vetter here in the second half. Vetter sets the offense with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Down to Corneliuson. Corneliuson drives inside, runs right over the top of Kiana Wharton, and Kiana draws the offensive foul. Nice defense by Wharton as Corneliuson plows over her, and that I think Corneliuson might have just fouled out of the game.
Fouled out.
Yep, she just fouled out of the game. So the big girl for Central Methodist, Taylor Corneliuson, fouls out of the game with 13 points, and boy, that's a big loss for Central Methodist.
Good job by Kiana to draw that charge. She was set on the baseline.
Kiana was set all the way. She did not move an inch down there, went to the ground, and it was obvious Central Methodist the last couple of times down the floor, they've tried very obviously to get that ball inside. Now the big girl's gone.
Nicole Spalding in her place. Let's go down low.
4:24 left in the overtime period. DJ into Wharton. Wharton goes up over the top, missed it. Tip try, got it out toward Talea. Talea goes to the floor with the ball. Now a mad scramble.
Viking ball.
And they're going to call a tie-up underneath, and it's going to be Missouri Valley ball as bodies on the floor that time.
Good hustle by Talea Earls to grab that ball away from Spalding and get tied up.
So DJ will inbound for the Vikings with 4 minutes and 12 seconds left to play. Looking, gets it into Kiana. Kiana double team down low. Now goes up over Spalding. Had it blocked, but they're going to call a foul on Spalding as she puts her hands out and says, I got all ball, but that's going to be a foul on Nicole Spalding, and that'll put Kiana Wharton on the line for 2 shots with 4:07 left in a tie game.
Well, if you're rooting for CMU, you might question that one, but we're quite a ways away. We'll take the call.
Kiana's had a good night at the free throw line, knocks down the first one, so the Vikings draw first blood in the overtime period as Kelsey Griffin comes back in. Paris Johnson comes out. Kiana Wharton has just given the Vikes a 1-point lead. She'll try to make it a deuce if she can knock down this second free throw. And I see a shirtless Jonathan Bird on the far side over there. Second shot by Wharton is good, so Kiana knocks down both. Good job by her. The Vikings regain a 2-point lead as we're down to 4 minutes in the overtime period.
When you're young and in college, you can go shirtless.
Do whatever you wish.
That's right.
Somebody with long orange hair over there on the far sideline.
Those are some of the football players.
All right, outside Lewis. Lewis yo-yos back beyond the arc, gives it to Vetter. Vetter thinks about a three, instead wraps it into Spalding. Spalding missed the shot. Nice offensive rebound. Lewis up and missed it. But a good offensive rebound that time by Burgundy Lewis, and she's fouled on the shot.
You know, another offensive rebound. You think about late in regulation, well, the last possession, they had 2 threes. The Vikings could not get a rebound. Again, they've got to block off and get those rebounds on those missed shots.
Now Talea Earls picks up her 4th foul. It'll be 2 shots for Burgundy Lewis with 3 minutes and 41 seconds left to play in the game. Burgundy Lewis, the left-hander. First shot is no good. Lewis is a senior out of Leavenworth, Kansas, and she misses the first one. She has 5 points in the game, has not scored in the second half. She'll have one more free throw here to try to make this a 1-point game.
Well, they're not shooting nearly as well this half from the lines they did in the first half.
Lewis bends at the knees, second shot, got it. So Lewis knocks down 1 out of 2. The Viking lead is trimmed to 1 with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to play. Now Augusto spins toward the free throw line, back to Talea. Talea wrap around to Kiana. Kiana squares up on Spalding, now into the paint with that bloody nose. Now puts it up, left it short, rebound, Earls up and in. Talea Earls gets her first bucket. It could not have come at a better time as she sticks a rebound back in to give the Vikes a 3-point lead. Now Ellis to Spalding, Mr. Cripp inside, knocked out of bounds and it'll be Central Methodist ball.
Well, we're fortunate she missed the shot. Should have got the rebound, knocked it out. But, boy, that was a wide-open shot for Spalding. She missed it.
Now Chelsea Panera checks back into the Eagle lineup. Burgundy Lewis will take a seat. 3 minutes and 11 seconds left. The Vikings lead by 3. And, boy, I mean, Kelsey Griffin right on Morgan Vetter. Panera back to Vetter. Vetter wants to get a look, but she can't. Now she drives on Kelsey, throws up a teardrop, leaves it short. Rebound, Kiana Wharton ahead to Kelsey. Here come the Vikings. Kelsey drives in on Ellis, cut off now. Now back it to the baseline. Now Kiana thinks about a jump shot. Now gets it back to Augusto. Vikes will set the offense with 16 on the shot clock. Augusto down the right side. Nowhere to go, down to 9, outside to Griffin. Kelsey with a left-hand dribble, spins inside, and I think she walked, I believe. Yep, Kelsey Griffin shuffled the feed as that time Nicole Spalding switched over to pick her up, so the Vikings turn it over. 2:33 left to play. They lead it by 3.
Go work, play defense.
Now lob down to Spalding, back to Vetter. Vetter with sporting a ponytail, backs it up, backs it out, guarded by Kelsey. High post, it comes to Panera. Panera spins on Earls, now tries to get it down to Spalding. It goes off Spalding's hands, out of bounds. Well, so once again, the Vikes force a turnover.
That pass from Panera to Spalding was about a 15-foot, and they threw it like, looked like a pass from Rogers for the Packers. There's no way she was going to catch that
91 mile an hour fastball.
No way she was going to catch that thing.
All right, Vikings get it back. Leading by 3, down to 2 minutes in the overtime period. Vikes can put a big dent. If they can hit this one, they can make it a 2-possession game. Earls to lay it down the middle. Now has it knocked away, taken away by Spalding. Here comes Ellis across the stripe. Down by 3, the Eagles have the ball. High post, Spalding now almost loses it. Boy, Nicole Spalding having all kinds of trouble holding on to the ball right now, and they're going to call, what do they call, a foul or a timeout? I'm trying to see. I think they're called a foul, I think, on Spalding. I think they say Spalding, and that ball just bounced right out of the hands of Nicole Spalding out of bounds.
She fouled DJ. DJ went for the loose ball, and Spalding dove for the loose ball, and they said that she fouled her. So the Vikes go to the line here, chance to make it a 5-point game.
That's going to put DJ on the line now. It'll be a 2-shot foul because that's double bonus time, so DJ a chance to make this a 2-possession lead if she can knock down either one of these 2 free throws.
Minute 43 to go.
The left-hander, DJ, of course, is a senior out of Fresno, California. In the game tonight, DJ has 7 points, has not scored in the second half. This will be a good time to get that first point of the second half. Left-hand free throw, good. Knocks it down, so DJ will have one more. It's now a 2-possession game as Burgundy Lewis comes back in. Nicole Spalding takes a seat.
All right, you remember they don't have Corneliuson in there, so don't let Vetter shoot. And just play some good, tough defense.
DJ, second shot. Tries to extend the lead and does. So DJ perfect from the line as she knocks down both free throws. 1:43 left to play. The Vikings lead it 62-57.
Big possession here. Big defensive possession here.
Okay, Ellis brings it across. Guarded by DJ, now backs in, backs to the baseline. Ellis down the baseline, into the corner. There's a 3 by Panera, no good. Rebound DJ for the Vikings. Another good defensive sequence. Slow it down, DJ, slow it down. Now DJ does slow it down. I guess you heard us maybe.
Yeah, man, slow it down. Time's on your side now.
1:20 left in the game. They get it into Kiana. Kiana backs in, guarded by Panera. Puts it up, got it, and she's fouled. They get the ball into Kiana Wharton. She goes right over the top of Chelsea Panera, puts it in the bucket, and she's fouled. A chance for the 3-point play, and what a big second half for Kiana Wharton. 15 points, and more than that probably.
She's got 23 points.
23 points, that's 21 in the second half. So Wharton a chance to make this an 8-point lead with 1:14 left to play. If she can knock down this free throw. Missed it. That's okay. She got the bucket. And the lead is 7 for the Vikings with 1 minute, 11 seconds left in the game.
That away. Make them work. Make them work.
Now good hustle that time. Good hustle by
Talea.
Talea as Talea dives right into the Eagle bench over there. It looks like maybe shake it up a little bit, but she's going to stay in the game as Raina Smith comes back in for the Vikings. Kiana Wharton will take a seat.
Kiana had that bloody nose. But boy, has she come back to play. Make
They
them work, Joe.
They got cotton in that nose just in time to get Kiana back in the game. All right, Central ball. They get it outside to Ellis, nearing the 1 minute mark. Ellis inside. Now she throws up a runner in the lane. No good. I don't think Central Methodist scored in overtime. I don't think they scored.
1 point.
One point. They got that free throw by Cornelius, didn't they?
I'm told here by Chad at Mid-American Nazarene that Avila beat Evangel in the other game.
Okay, so Avila beats Evangel. We're down to a minute. The Vikings have a 7-point lead, and they've got the ball. So the Vikings trying to win their third straight conference game. I believe it's their third straight.
And they would go into fourth place by themselves with a win.
Talay Earls walks it across the timeline into the corner to Paris. Don't need to shoot right now,
Paris.
Don't
need to shoot at all.
Outside Talaya. Vikes need to run some clock. We're under a minute. Talaya comes around a screen. Now throws it away. Ball taken away that time by Taylor McDowell. That's what the Vikings did not need. Vetter for three. Got it.
Did not need that.
Morgan Vetter drains a three. The Vikings came down. Talaya Earls made a bad pass. McDowell got the screen, got the steal, found Morgan Vetter beyond the arc. Vetter drains a three. It's a 4-point game with 39.1 seconds left to play.
Well, with 20 on the shot, they tried that pass to the middle, and they really didn't even have to shoot the ball. You got to realize that the time is on your side. You have 3 possession lead. So right now, Joe, they really don't have to shoot at this possession.
Well,
up by 4.
At a time like that, you want to just hold the ball, make them come out and foul you. You've got 2 free throws on every foul right now, so make them come out and whack in, step to the line and hit 2 free throws.
30.9 seconds to go, and you know Vetter, she's a cool customer. And she quietly has her average and more. She has 16, well, right at her, about her average. 16.9 is her average. She has 16 points.
But I'm going to tell you, Kelsey Griffin has not given her very many open looks here in the second half. She's really played well on defense. And 64-60, the Vikings lead at 39.1 second left to play. And we see a shirtless football team across the way on the front row, don't we?
Coach Troth up there, he's probably saying, I got to get some of those guys back in the weight room.
Yeah.
They've taken way too much time off.
Yeah. I don't see Coach. I'm trying to see if I see Coach without his shirt on. I don't think I see that.
He's up in the balcony, and he's got his clothes on.
He's got his shirt on. Okay.
Heather making sure of that.
All right, it'll be Viking ball, 64-60. They lead it. Central Methodist is going to put the full court press on. So Vikes will have to go the length of the floor. Girls take care of the ball here. DJ looking. Now she takes a timeout. So pretty good defense by Central that time as Vikings had nobody for DJ to throw the ball to, and very wisely the senior calls a timeout. So we'll do it all over again.
39.1 seconds, 64-60. So Vikings still with a 2-possession lead. They get the ball up court, then they're going to force CMU to foul.
Well, the one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to throw the ball away in the back court. You don't want to give it to Central right under their own basket. So probably a good timeout by DJ. Nobody to pass to right there. So she called the timeout to get something set up here.
And we were close to that 5-second count. They were counting it down.
All right, still 39.1 seconds to go. That clock has not moved a tick since we last talked to you, and it's going to be Viking ball once again as Coach Tim Dixon, Coach Tom Hebb have drawn up something on the out of bounds. Vikes will have to go the length of the floor against this Central Methodist press.
DJ will inbound it.
It's DJ, Paris Johnson, Andressa Augusto, Raina Smith, and Talay Earls. Probably you've got 5 good ball handlers on the floor right now for the Vikings. Central Methodist will line up in that full court press. 64-60. Jenkins to inbound, gets it into Augusto, now knocked away by Ellis. So, I mean, the Eagles really flying to the ball on defense right now.
They are on an all-out press. They're trying to steal the ball right here.
DJ, and now she'll line up on the other side of the basket, try to inbound it one more time. Maybe this will be the lucky side for the senior out of Fresno.
I don't think she can run the baseline now since that ball was tipped.
Throws it into Raina. Raina in backcourt. They're chasing her down. Now she's fouled as Morgan Vetter fouls Raina Smith with 35.4 seconds left to play. So Raina, pretty good free throw shooter. Raina, well, 0 out of 2 tonight.
Whoa, they just tee up?
Oh, wow.
If they did, I don't know. The way the crowd's yelling,
Yeah, I
did they
think
just
did.
tee up Coach Arnold?
They
Oh, my
they
goodness.
just called the tee.
Well, that's a tough time to call a tee.
What a big play for the Vikings is, I think, the Central Methodist bench just draws a tee, so we know Raina Smith is going to have 2 free throws on the personal foul. She'll have 2. The Vikes will be shooting 4 free throws here. And with 35.4 seconds to go, so the Vikings with 4 free throws. And then Central should get the ball, I imagine.
Wow, that's a tough.
They're going to shoot the 2 technical fouls first, and Dressa Augusto.
Arnold was just arguing about, he thought Raina Smith traveled. First free throw no good, and they blew the whistle on it. No, the Vikings can't take advantage of it here.
Augusto misses the first, and Dressa will have one more. Got this one. So now it's a 5-point game. Now Raina Smith will go to the line. She got fouled just a minute ago, and the players will line up on the free throw line. So now one of the officials goes over and says something else to Coach Arnold.
Well, that's a tough tee there.
Yeah.
Because he really wasn't out of line. He was just arguing about a travel call.
Raina Smith will have 2 free throws right here, 65-60, 35.4 seconds left on the clock. And boy, the crowd erupted when that tee was called. Raina 0 for 2 from the line tonight. She's knocked down a couple of threes, couple of big threes for the Vikings. First shot, good, she got it. So Raina knocks down the first one.
This one.
She can make it a 3-possession game and put the Vikes in very good position if she can knock down this second free throw.
This one is huge.
The left-handed junior out of St. Louis. Bends the knees, got it. So Raina knocks down both, and Kelsey Griffin comes into the lineup. Raina will take a seat. What a couple of big free throws right there.
And a big 3 late in regulation. Raina Smith coming off the bench, great job.
Played very well here tonight. All right, pressure by the Vikings, down to 30 seconds in the game. It's a 7-point lead. Ellis goes left-handed, throws it up, a runner, missed it, rebound to Leah Earls, and she's fouled with 24 seconds, and I don't want to be too optimistic, but it looks like the Vikings on the verge of going 6-4 in conference play and being all alone in 4th place in the conference standing.
If they could do that, that would be something else. We head to Graceland, and Talea at the line. She's 1 out of 2. Only has 3 points, 14.2. Now Julia Vasquez will come in for defensive purposes.
Talea with 2 shots here. First one good. So Talea's hit some big free throws. She's hit a couple of big free throws down the stretch here, and the lead is 8. And she'll have one more with 24.3 seconds left.
Pierce Johnson comes out.
Talea, the senior out of Indianapolis. Not a good game for her offensively, but she's had 4 points, and they've all come late. Second shot, perfect. So Talea knocks down. That's 4 straight free throws by the Vikings, and that's huge. Here comes Central. Deep 3 by Vetter. No good. Rebound up and in by Pannier, and she's fouled.
Oh, don't foul.
So Chelsea Pannier gets her first basket of the game. She got an offensive rebound. The left-hander stuck it in. Now she's going to go to the line with 19 seconds left, so she'll have a chance to make it a 2-possession game. If she can knock this one down, she can make it a 6-point game, and Talea Earls is just fouled out of the game.
And yet for Talea, boy, that's just a foul. Just let her have the basket. Worst she could do is foul.
Now, one of the officials jawing with Coach Tim Dixon, but we know that Pannier is going to be on the line for one shot here, a chance to complete the 3-point play.
Kiana Horton's coming back in.
Kiana comes back in, big second half for Kiana. What'd you say, 21 points
I got
in the second
21
half?
in the second half.
Yep, 21, that's what I've got too. All right, Pannier, chance to make it a 2-possession game, and she does. So Chelsea Pannier, that's her first bucket of the game. She comes up big with a 3-point play. And now they foul Julia Vasquez, who's just into the Viking lineup. Julia will be on the line for 2 shots with 17.9 seconds left.
Vasquez is a 83% free throw shooter. She's only shot 6 free throws all year, but making 1 or 2 of these, Julia, and we'll be in good shape.
Julia usually pretty steady from the line. First shot is no good. So it's still a 2-possession game. Julia can make it a 3-possession game if she can knock down this second one. Somebody holds Julia's face up on the far side. The big placard, she knocks down the second one. So the junior from Earth, Texas, knocks down a big free throw, 16. Now they lob it down. They throw it out of bounds, but it's tipped by the Vikings. So Central will get the ball back under their own bucket. 14.1 second left to play.
Lewis was open, but Julia got back and knocked it away. So now Winston will check in, and who's coming out? Vasquez is going to come out. They want Winston in there along with Horton defensively, and Raina Smith coming in, 14 seconds to go.
Okay, it's going to put Central Methodist will have the ball. They'll inbound under their own bucket. Eagles about running out of time here.
Make it work here.
Ellis looking for better, and now all of a sudden Burgundy Lewis goes to the ground, and I think they're going to whistle Alicia Winston. I think Alicia Winston's going to get whistled for the foul here.
Kelsey going to get called for her.
It's Alicia, right?
Yeah, but Kelsey picked up the foul.
Okay, Kelsey picked up the foul, so Kelsey Griffin gets the foul. Burgundy Lewis will be on the line for 2 shots here. Lewis, the left-hander's first shot's good, so don't count. The game's not over yet as Lewis knocks down the first. She'll have one more to try to make it a 5-point game. 14.1 seconds left to play as Alicia comes out. Lewis, the second shot. In the air, she missed it. Rebound, DJ. DJ got the rebound. Here comes DJ across the timeline, and she's fouled. The Vikings going to win this thing. 9.8 seconds left to play. 70-64, Missouri Valley leads. DJ Jenkins to the line for 2. And Ken, there are not many empty seats on that far side over there.
Now, it's going to be a raucous crowd for the men's game, too. A lot of giveaways tonight. It's Orange Crush night. It's alumni night, a huge crowd here.
DJ to erase any doubt. Got it.
That's it.
So DJ knocks down the first one. She's a perfect 3 for 3 here in the second half and overtime, and a chance to, she's already iced it. Let's see if she just put a little icing on the cake. Second free throw is good. So the senior with 11 points now. Vikes are going to move to 6 and 4 in conference play. There's a steal by Raina Smith, and Raina just dribbles it out. Great decision by Raina. The Vikings hold serve here at home. They win it in overtime as they knock off the Central Methodist Lady Eagles for the second time this season. They sweep the season series. They win it 72-64.
All right, we'll be back and talk to the coach and get you ready for the men's game in just a moment on Stretch Internet and Livestream.com.
I heard on the news about that 5-year-old who found his uncle's gun. The kid didn't know it was loaded.
I heard on the news about that 14-year-old girl who was bullied online. For like a year, she couldn't take it anymore, so she got her dad's gun from his nightstand.
I heard on the news about that guy who broke into someone's house, stole a gun from the hall closet.
He accidentally shot his cousin in the head.
She killed herself.
And later, killed the owner of the store he was trying to rob.
If you own a gun, you have a full-time responsibility. When you aren't using it, be sure it can't get into the hands of curious children, troubled teenagers, a thief, or anyone else who might misuse it. Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Remember, always, lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the Ad Council.
We are back, and Tim Dixon joins us. Welcome back to just a nice, easy game tonight, huh?
No.
I'll tell you what, Tim, that was a heck of a ball game. You couldn't buy a bucket. Talaya just could not buy a bucket, but, man, I'll tell you what, your gals just worked and worked and worked to get this one.
Yeah, and hats off to Central, man. They play hard, and we knew they would, and we knew they wanted to show something to us, and, but my kids, proud of them. I mean, again, we are figuring things out. We got 70 tonight. We didn't shoot very well. I haven't seen the stats yet, but, our offense is really starting to click, and I'm really proud of them.
How about Kiana Horton? I have her unofficially 21 points in the second half. She really stepped up. 20. I have her with 23 points, 21 in the second half.
I'll tell you, they're quiet. I didn't even realize she had that many. Yeah. So, Kiana's rounding into someone that we can definitely count on when the ball gets down in the post. And like I said, if we can continue to work out with her outside shot, she's going to be a tough force in this league.
Coach, Kelsey Griffin, you had her on Morgan Vetter. Morgan ends up with 16 points. That's probably the toughest 16 points she's had all year. I'll tell you what, Kelsey was right on her every step of the way.
And Vetter's a baller. I mean, you know, she's good. But, you know, Kelsey's our defensive stopper, and I can always count on Kelsey to do the right things, and I'm really proud of her. So, you know, the one thing with that 16 points, we actually talk about, especially today, about making them take tough twos. You know, make tough twos. And so with Vetter, you know, even though she made a couple open ones there on us, I think the majority of them were really tough shots for her to get, like you said.
Coach, you've now won 3 in a row. You're alone in 4th place. Baker lost to Mid-America Nazarene. So it's Mid-America, Benedictine, Culver, and now you at 6 and 4. So you're in that 4th spot right now by yourself.
Well, that's good. You know, I think if we continue to have a good week, you know, this road trip is going to be big, and it will tell us a lot of things about ourselves. So, you know, hey, I couldn't be any happier for our kids, and you know, we'll see what happens on Saturday.
All right, Coach. Thanks for stopping by. Great
welcome.
win. We'll see you up in Iowa. All right.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, an overtime win, 72-64. Was the final score. We'll go over the scoring. We'll get the rest of the stats for you at the halftime of the men's game. But what a ball game this was for the Vikings. They win it in overtime, 72-64. So I'll go over the scoring quickly. We'll wrap this game up. And then we'll give you all the rest of the statistics at halftime. Joe, why don't you go get Coach Sherman, and we'll wrap this one up and get ready for the men's game.
Well, it's going to be a fun night. It's been fun already. The Vikings get that overtime win. How about this next one coming up?
This place is rocking, so hang around. It's going to be fun. Kiana Horton unofficially 23 points, 21 of those in the second half. Andressa Augusto had 9 tonight. Talia Earls only 5 points, but they were big ones. Kelsey Griffin, her defense was the key for her tonight. She had 8 points. DJ came away with 11 points tonight. Raina Smith off the bench had a couple of triples and 2 big free throws for her 8. 1 point for Julia Vasquez. Paris Johnson had 4, and Alicia Winston had 3. Unofficially for CMU, Taylor Corneliuson had 14, but Morgan Vetter had 16 to lead the way. 9 for Taylor McDowell. 7 points for Burgundy Lewis. Jesse Ellis had 12. 3 for Paneer. Johnny Hill did not score, missed a couple of free throws, and Spalding had 3. Vikes win in overtime, 72-64. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the men's game. It should be a good one. CMU and the Vikings coming up in about 20 minutes on Orange Crush night. We'll be back in about 15.